Rooftop Sports welcomes you to a special presentation of the National Football League.
That's not what he wanted to cook.
Good evening, everyone. This is Rooftop Sports, and here we are for some Saturday night football. We've got the Green Bay Packers going up against their heated rival, the Chicago Bears. The Green Bay Packers at 9-7-1, while the Bears went 11-6. They went all the way up to the second seed, and they'll be playing Green Bay, led by Jordan Love. At Chicago, they are led by their second-year star in Caleb Williams. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be one heck of a game for the playoffs. And anyone who wants to see it, it's on Amazon Prime Video. Or if you don't have Amazon Prime Video, then give me a shot to see if my play-by-play is worthy. Now, I will say this. There is, for anyone that is hungry right now and is in the mood for some food, if you are in the Snoqualmie, North Bend, Issaquah, Carnation, Duval, here's a chance to save 50% on amazing, authentic Mexican food. So they have tacos, they have nachos that you saw, some tortas and burritos. And if you would like to, you can get 50% off. If you happen to watch this video or this live show, go to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza and Food Truck to get your 50% off. It looks like teams are trying to get ready as we are in the wild card. And the first playoff game was a very exciting one, but unfortunately it did not end in the Seahawks fans' perspective, as Carolina would fall to the Rams, the LA Rams, as the Rams, the Panthers were very close to winning that game, but then Matthew Stafford with his last minute heroics threw a nice little pass to Cody Parkinson, the former Seahawk, and now the Rams are advancing to the next round. And I want to see how Cody Parkinson is doing. Cody Parkinson this season, he's been with the Rams since 2024. He was last with the Seahawks in 2023. Scored a full total of 4 touchdowns with the team. Barely played in 2020 and 21, and he got a little bit more playing time from 22 until now. And I should be anticipating Epic C Films. He is supposed to be here, just waiting for him. I did send him that link to be here. He said he would be here, so we're just going to have to wait patiently for him. And some injuries we've got. We got Javon Bullard, who's a safety. He's out with a knee injury and didn't really get to read the rest of them, unfortunately. Maybe I can see the injury report. I think here we are. Zach Tom, offensive line, is inactive. Desmond Ritter is not going to be available. He's the backup quarterback. Don Tavion Wicks is not going to be available. He is inactive with a concussion. Jalen Simpson is out with a coach's decision thing. Same thing with Colin Oliver. As for the Chicago Bears, we got C.J. Gardner-Johnson, Jade Walker, Joe Tyron, Amen, I can't say his name, and Luke Newman. They are also inactives for today. And Epic C Films happens to be here. Epic C Films, how are you doing?
I was just finishing up the other game.
You know, I hate to say it, but I think the Rams beating the Panthers beating the Rams. Don't you feel that it was just too good to be true? And also, your lighting's not that good. You have to fix your lighting.
No, the game hasn't started yet. No.
Okay, now it's a little bit better, but yeah, I mean, did you feel that was too good to be true?
What? I thought it could happen. You know, I always thought the Carolina, because they already did it once this year. Why wouldn't they do it again?
Because Rams were just laxing.
Yeah, but the Rams were not just relaxing. The Rams are not as good as whatever I think they are. I always say this. A lot of times there's always one team every year. They always overhype at the beginning of the season for playoff odds, and they completely fall apart. Usually it's the Bills. The Bills are the same thing. The Rams are another team where they're overhyping them. They're way overhyping the Rams. They're not as good as you think they are.
Okay. Well, now that we got the Bears and the Packers, who do you got? I'm choosing the Packers to win.
Yeah, it'd be nice if the Packers win.
Why would you want the Packers to win? So we can play them?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm always scared of Green Bay. They beat us last year badly.
Well, I'll be right back. I have something I have to do, okay?
All right, he has to go.
I'll be right back here.
Yeah, you will.
Give me a second here.
Yeah, he'll be back in just a few moments.
Yes, Mommy, I told you I was leaving.
And also, anyone who's here, hit that like button, subscribe, hit that notification, donate to this channel, as it would also certainly help this YouTube channel and its growth. And yeah, certainly just hit that like button. Even if you're just here, just takes a couple seconds just to hit that like button. I'm not charging anything. The only thing I'm charging is if you want to make a donation, but that's up to you, not really up to me. I think that's a little bit better, but man, that is really a bit bright. Oh, come on. These other troll comments are coming in. Like, who are these people? Well, we're getting ready for the Bears game. And the last time that the Bears played the Green Bay Packers, it was an onside effort, and it was also a overtime effort where Caleb Williams was the one that made a really big pass. And I think I want to go reflect on that one. Bears versus Packers. With the overtime, with the late finish. Trying to find the right highlight for it. There's a lot of people streaming it illegally. Oh my goodness. That's funny. That's why I can't really compete with them. I'm competing with all these bootleggers. It's kind of funny if you think about it. But what happened was it was Caleb Williams on a play action. He just chucked it on a 1st and 10, and it was caught by number 2, and that's what made it into a touchdown. And this game is going to be hosted by Al Michaels, the great Al Michaels. Hey, Daniel Barry, how's it going? And I got Epic C Films. He is back. And who do you have winning this game, the Bears or the Packers?
I think the Packers are going to win because they have a better quarterback. One of the things that people don't realize about Caleb Williams is the fact that Caleb Williams has a low field goal. He has a low passing percentage. He's only like a 58% passing percentage. He's not even 60%.
Yeah, let me see Jordan Love's passing percentage, but Green Bay is also hampered with a lot of injuries themselves too, so that's why it might be tough for them. Jordan Love was a 66%, and now looking at Caleb Williams, who's been in the league for about a couple seasons. This is the second season. He had 58%, but last year he did achieve that 62% completion rate.
But he's not been the best, and so that's kind of one of his weaknesses. He can't throw the long ball, but that's like that's his big strength.
Yeah, he is known for his big arm, but I mean, in this season, he had a much better season than last season. He had 27 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. Last season, 20 touchdowns, 6 interceptions on a 35-41 yards. And this season, he went nearly for 4,000 yards. And looks like they're doing the national anthem. Or no, they are skipping the national anthem. But you know what? I'm going to do the national anthem myself. So everyone stand up. And we're going to do this national anthem thing. I'm going to make my camera go all the way up as much as I can. All right. And in 3, 2, 1. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, give proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave? And there it is, my rendition of the. I'll be right back. Got some food delivered to me, and now I'm gonna play a quick commercial while I eat some food. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
And there it is. If you would like 50% off the pizza, don't mind all the baseball messaging. But yeah, you can go to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. You just call them, tell them that you saw the ad through Rooftop Sports to get your 50% off. And also, I was delivered some dumplings. How did these look?
Oh, they look good.
Yeah, they do. They are the most excellent. And what do you think are the keys to the games for the Bears to win?
The Bears, They need to have better defense because they have really not much defense at all this year. So I think their coach is an offensive minded coach, so they need their defense to step up more, and they need their quarterback to be able to have a better passing percentage today. I think that's one of their big keys of the game. And then for both teams, they need to get their running game involved. You know,
That's
they have to
absolutely
get the
true.
running game involved. Mm-hmm.
How about keys to the game for the Packers?
The Packers, well, so they needed to have their defense step up. They need to have their running game be huge for them today. And then just like with any team, keeping the turnovers down. And Jordan Love having a good game, right now, we already know that his passing percentage is better than the other guys. So he should be able to not let the big moment get to him. He's played good in big moments before.
He certainly has. And the coaches are Matt LaFleur, Ben Johnson. Ben Johnson of the Chicago Bears and Matt LaFleur of the Green Bay Packers. And they haven't exactly gotten on the field quite yet. It is 33 degrees in Chicago. So if you're in Chicago, you're absolutely freezing your butt off. They say it feels like 17 degrees, and you got wind gusts of 15 miles an hour. So this is going to be, hence why they call it the Windy City. It looks like they are starting to get lined up. And I wonder who got the ball first. I think Green Bay got the ball first. So Chicago must have won the coin toss, and they must have elected to defer. Green Bay is actually going to kick off, so that means Chicago gets the ball first. So Green Bay must have won the toss, and they elected to defer. And now here is the kick, and we are underway here at Soldier Field in Chicago, and they are going to bring the ball out. Looks like they're doing a little, I thought they were going to do a shovel. It's a fake, and now that goes up to the 32. I thought they were going to do a fake, lateral pass. Did you see that part?
I'm still waiting. I'm just seeing, And
now we got Caleb Williams. He has broken the Bears single season record in passes. He must have broken Jay Cutler's record.
Yeah, see, his completion percentage is only 58 this year.
And now it's 1st and 10. Got a man in motion, got a running back right behind him, and now he's going to hand it off to that running back. And he's only going to get like a couple yards. And would you like to guess who was the last team that the Bears beat in the playoffs?
Well, was it the Seattle Seahawks?
Yep, it was Seattle Seahawks in 2010 when Matt Hasselbeck was the quarterback. Second most passing yards was Eric Kramer of the Chicago Bears, 38 passing yards. And now it's 2nd and 9. And now he's going to pass, and that's going to be caught by number 2. And now that's going to be maybe about a 3rd down and a 4. And now we got 3rd and 3. Man in motion. Now here is Caleb Williams to pass on a 3rd and 3. Here's the pass, and that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a 1st down for Chicago. It was a nice pass by Caleb Williams. And now it's going to be 1st and 10. Man in motion. Now it looks like I got a little bit. No blitz. Now here's a big pass, and that's going to be incomplete, way over the head. And I think that's where you've been citing the concerns of Caleb Williams' accuracy problems, because that was way over that tight end's head, if you saw that.
That's what they say. He's not as accurate as you think. That's his weakness. Jordan Love's more accurate.
Now we got 2nd and 10. Ball on the 44. Man in motion. Now they're going to hand it to the running back. And gets maybe 2 yards. So now that's going to be about a 3rd down and a 7 or 8. And also, I've been looking at our fantasy basketball league. This is probably the worst. I think this is one of the worst I have ever seen. Worst competitive league I've ever seen.
Well, if you make me join your baseball league, it's going to get worse for your baseball league. I'm not even going to try.
At least you're hitting the
I'm
button.
telling you, I'm being honest.
It's going to be 3rd and 8, and now it's going to be a quick pass to number 10, and he is going to get the first down, and that is the first down for Chicago.
If you put me in your baseball league, I might just auto draft, and then I won't even move my lineup around. I'll basically be just another Nelson. I'll be another Nelson.
Not even push the button.
That? No. Do you even want another Nelson in your league?
For baseball, I don't really care.
Oh no, it'll be bad. It'll make your basketball league look like it's competitive.
You're sabotaging. And now it's going to be handoff to Swift, and he gets open, and he gets nearly the first down. It was a nice little run by Chicago. That was DeAndre Swift with the run.
So you better be looking for somebody if you want competitiveness.
DeAndre Swift was a 1,000-yard rusher this season. Now we got 2nd and 2. 7 plays so far in this drive for 34 yards. And now it's going to be, a nice little, and looks like, is he going to pass it? Nope, he's going to maybe get the first down. I think it's going to be about a little bit short. When they tried the lateral, the tight end thought about throwing it, but he didn't. I think he's just short. Yep, he is 3rd and inches. I think they're going to run this one. And he is going to give it to Swift, and he is going to get the first down. Actually, that was not Swift. That was somebody else, but he gets the first down. That was Tooney with the nice block.
You notice they're not making they're not making Caleb Williams pass much because they know his passing is not that great.
And now it's 1st and 10. And looks like he gets stopped immediately. They try to do a handoff to a receiver, but it just did not work at all. So they're going to lose yards on that.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 2nd and 14 for Chicago. I think this may end up just being settling for a field goal. Now it's 2nd and 14. Man in motion is number 2. Going to hand it to DeAndre Swift. Is he going to get anything? He gets maybe 2 yards. And now we are at 3rd and 12. And now here is Caleb Williams to pass. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down. Another first down for Chicago, and they're just slowly grinding their way as they have already they've already burned through pretty much half the quarter. Now it's 8 minutes left. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. And now here is the pass, and that's going to be way incomplete. That was a little bit over the head. That was off to Dunze. And now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams is 4 of 6 for 35 yards. So he hasn't had a lot of action on the yardage. Now we're at 2nd and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift. And that's going to be maybe about a 3rd down and 5. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now here is to pass. And now Williams is going to go for a pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And now that's going to be 4th down, and they are going to have to kick the field goal. So your concerns on Caleb Williams seems to be valid. Now, do you think that was just bad passing, or do you think the receivers just couldn't get open?
No, it was bad passing because look at he could have passed to 84 and he would have been clean.
So you don't think Caleb Williams is that good?
The concern, one of the things I look at, and one of the stats that's a big telling sign of a quarterback is their passing percentage, and that's a huge deal because it's like, how can you say you're great if you're only making half your passes?
As we've got a field goal done, that is now 3-0 as Chicago now gets on the board. It was a good drive, but then it just ended in just disappointment. And now I will be right back as I gotta put my food in the dish.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki. Tiki goes pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're going to spread some barbecue on top. And it's ready. Put it on the oven. Let it run.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May. Well, I'm back. So, yeah, our fantasy basketball league has just been a disaster. Look at this. The first 6 seeds do have teams above 500, but then once you go to 7 and 8, they are both nearly 20 games below 500. So there's a possibility where the 7th seed might be still 20 games below 500.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you say to that?
Our league's not good this year.
It really just hasn't.
So Caleb Williams has the lowest passing percentage of any quarterback that's in the postseason.
True.
And, his saving grace, like he had a lot of passing yards this year. He had a lot of yards this year. He was 7th in yards. But two of those people that are up there, Dak Prescott and Jared Goff, didn't make the playoffs.
Wow. It's a shame.
Yeah.
Now it looks like we're going. Santos is going to go for that kick. And now he's going to do a little bit of a squib. And that goes right to Green Bay. And that's going to be only to the 25. But there's flags just flying all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, looks like it might be Chicago ball. I think there was a fumble. Let's see what this is all about. Oh, Green Bay still has the ball. I first thought there was like some kind of fumble going on. Jordan Love in the postseason. He is 1-2, 678 yards, 5 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He only has 1 win, and I think that was against the Green Bay Packers.
How could Jordan Love only have 1 win against the Green Bay Packers when he plays for the Green Bay Packers?
Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
And now it's 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
Jay Gibbs does it running back, man in motion. And now he's going to hand it to the receiver on a nice little sweep. And he's going to get a 1st down. And that will make up for the penalty that happened. But yeah, can you believe that the 7th seed is 17 games below 500 in our league? Doesn't that speak just absolute embarrassment? And now we got 1st and 10. Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here is a pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Ball was dropped. And now it's 2nd and 10. Here we go, 2nd and 10. Man in motion. Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught by their tight end. And that's going to be close to a 1st down, but I think it's going to go by inches. Last year in our fantasy basketball league, there were 2 teams below 500, but it was like 2 or 3 games below 500, 6 games below 500 from McLovin. And now it's going to be 3rd and 1. It's going to be a big 3rd down. Green Bay's got to get this continued. And it's going to be a fake handoff to Jacobs. Now here's Love going for a big pass. That's going to be caught by 87. He goes out of bounds. That was Dobbs with the catch. And now they are in Chicago territory. Caleb Williams could not believe it. Now it's 1st and 10. And it's going to be a little bit of a handoff of toss. And he's all the way going to go there for a 1st down. That was number 8. That was a nice little run there by Green Bay. And they're also chipping away along. And you said you had Green Bay winning this. That was Josh Jacobs with the run.
Yep.
I mean, you say you have Green Bay to win.
Yes.
I do
And
too.
here's the thing is there's always a team every season that overperforms expectations. And then when they get to the postseason, they flub out so bad.
Now it's 2nd and inches.
It always happens. Like some people were
Now
saying,
it's me, Josh
Chicago's a
Jacobs,
year
and he
early.
gets through, and that's going to be a first down.
Them being this good is a year early, and a lot of the games they won just barely. Chicago.
Like at the skin of their teeth.
Yes. So they shouldn't even be in this spot because of how lucky they were.
Yeah, I guess so. Now it's at 1st and 10. Now it's going to be handoff to Josh Jacobs. And is he going to make a run? He is. He gets about 5 yards. And now it's 2nd and 5. And now it's going to be a short pass. And maybe about 3 yards left. Now it's 3rd and 2. Now it's going to be a fake handoff. Now here's a short pass, and that is going to be caught, and that's going to be a touchdown for Green Bay. And the Packers score with the touchdown. That it was to Watson. And now Green Bay has now taken the 6-3 lead. Pending PAT, it will be 7-3.
Chicago had 7 wins this year by 1 score.
By low score?
No, by 1 score. The game where like the other team scored just almost as many points as them. And one of those games, they had to go to overtime to win it.
Yeah, that was
the
against
game where they beat Green Bay.
And it was just barely.
Yeah, it was 22-16 in overtime. The last time they played Green Bay. That was like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, I really expect Green Bay to win this game.
So if you think about it, they barely play out that by the skin of their teeth. And they're on a 2-game losing streak, Chicago.
And someone is actually down right now.
And did you know that some of the games they just barely won this year, they played the Raiders and only won by 1 point, and they played Washington and only won by 1 point?
So that's why you think Green Bay is going to win this game.
Because you think about some of their wins, and you're like, that's pretty bad when you're playing the worst team. You only win by 1 point against the worst team in the league, which is the Raiders right now. That's pretty sad. So you can't say that any of their wins are against anybody really that dominant. The only good win they have all season long, if you look at their schedule, is they have one powerful win against Philadelphia, and they won that game by 9. So everything else isn't really like anything to be impress me by. They lost to Detroit twice. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like they lost to San Francisco, lost to Detroit twice. They lost to Minnesota. You know, it's like who do they have as good wins? I'm like, they beat Philadelphia
24-15 too.
Yeah,
they barely beat the Bengals.
Like the Bengals aren't that good. It's like, who did they beat good this year? Okay, Dallas is mediocre. Okay. The Bengals are mediocre. You know, you're talking about they beat some mediocre teams. They beat Pittsburgh. Whoop-de-doo, you beat Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh's a good team. They made the playoffs.
No, they aren't. They're not a good team. They barely
they'll
got 10
lose?
wins.
Do you think
They
they'll
weren't a
lose to
good
the
team this year.
Texans? As we got an extra point PAT, by the way, now it's going to be 7-3 Green Bay. 31 degrees, by the way, in Green Bay.
We're not in Green Bay. We're in Chicago.
My brain's off today. Chicago.
Yeah.
So who do you let's go with the remaining wild card. So Chicago and Green Bay, I think we agreed that Green Bay is going to win.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then let's look at Sunday.
Eagles are beating the 49ers.
I think so too.
Yeah, it's in Eagleville, and the 49ers, they showed last week that they have no defense really. Their defense isn't as good as what they expect. So I feel like they're gonna have a good time. Eagles are gonna have a good time there.
Jacksonville or the Bills?
Jacksonville's better than the Bills.
And then Patriots and Chargers. I'm gonna give it to the Patriots.
Yep, Patriots there.
And then Texans or Steelers?
Texans. Defense.
I'm gonna give it to the Steelers.
They say the Texans defense has been playing really good the last few weeks, so they've been really strong. Steelers have been really shaky. They almost lost to the Baltimore Ravens. Who just fired their coach.
Yeah, John Harbaugh.
Did you hear he might go on interviews next week, and they're saying that you know what his demands are already?
What?
The team needs to pay him $20 million, and then he needs a $10 million budget for like a assistant coach.
Oh boy.
And then and he wants complete control over the team, like the roster. Would you do that to have John Harbaugh?
For the Browns, yes.
You know, that's what they're saying. It's like some team might cave to that.
I think I want to see the Browns do it.
But the problem is if they don't have that good of a draft pick and there's only 2 good quarterbacks in the whole draft, you're not getting a good quarterback out of it. And you really want to start over again. So are you really just going to go with Shadir Sanders right now as your quarterback?
No,
really go out to
just tank for Arch Manning.
No, because here's the thing: if you're that bad of a team, you might not keep your job after 1 year. Look at Pete Carroll; he lost his job after 1 season.
Well, it's because Geno Smith was really bad.
It wasn't even that; they had no offensive line. So I'm like, dude. So it's like these coaches, if they're not careful, they'll lose their job in 1 year. They have to be good their first year, or at least decent enough that they.
And now we got the kickoff, and then the Bears are coming out. They're going to the 20, and they might go in. They're going to go into the 30, and now that's going to be at the 30-yard line for Chicago. Now they're going over Caleb Williams' stats. Longest streak by Bears QB since Bob Avenelli for 35th straight start. He has passed in team records. Eric Kramer had the highest passing yards. Believe it or not, it was actually more than Jay Cutler. Now it's going to be 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be up to the running back, and he gets through a little bit to the 35, and that's going to be still 2nd down. 2nd and 5, I believe.
Yeah. I think a very intriguing job for a coach, and they could do really good next year, is if they get the right coach, is Arizona Cardinals.
2nd and 6.
They just need a quarterback. If they can get a new quarterback in there, they have an offense that's actually pretty good. They have a really good tight end. They have a good wide receiver. Arizona Cardinals.
It's going to be a handoff to the running back.
So you better be. That's one team. If they can get the right personnel,
that's going to be not much. It's going to be about 3rd down. And looks like Bears offense might be a bit stagnant.
Yeah. The Raiders have too much work to deal with them, so it's going to be a lot to turn them around. And then Atlanta has pieces already, so Atlanta's not like out of whack. If you can get the right coach in there, Atlanta could be good.
3rd and 5.
So there's a lot of teams that could be good
Now
next
here's
year.
Caleb Williams looking to pass. He's getting already just chased down, and now it looks like he's got it, but that's going to be a 4th down. And I don't think they're going to go for it. I think they're going to have to punt. They have now Green Bay has forced them to punt.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 4th and 2. Oh, looks like they're staying on the field. They're staying on the field. They want to go for it on 4th down. I think what's going to happen is probably going to be a play action, some kind of thing, and then Caleb Williams is just going to try to run it through. I don't know about this. I don't think this is a good idea. Man in motion. We're at 4th down. I think it's just trying to get him to jump, though. They're just trying to get them to jump. And plus, it was towards the end of the quarter. So everything was all deliberate. And now it's 7-3 Green Bay. So if we want to reflect in fantasy basketball, what do you think was our best, most competitive league we had? If you remember.
I don't know.
Oh, true. But do you think this is our worst, or do you think last year was the worst?
No, this is the worst.
Because we have 2 teams that are below, way below 500, like 20 games below.
So this is the year for the Seahawks to go all the way, because you know what might happen? You know who has big interest? So there's 8 teams that fired their coach.
Yeah.
You know who's one of the top candidates for
Clint Kubiak.
Clint Kubiak. And do you think he really wants? There's 5 teams interested in him. Do you think he wants any of the jobs out there?
Possibly.
Because you know who potentially they're thinking about could be his replacement, but I don't know if the Seahawks will go after him, because I know the Detroit Lions really want him, is Mike McDaniel as our offensive coordinator. And would you want him?
No.
We need to put somebody in there, because you know Mike McDonald's not an offensive guy. He's a defensive guy.
He's a defensive guru.
Yeah, so
And looking at your fantasy score, ooh, you're getting absolutely just destroyed by Murphy's
who cares?
Law.
It doesn't matter. You know why it doesn't matter this year? Because it doesn't matter until playoffs. It's what you do in the playoffs. Playoffs, that's where it matters most. Look at Carolina. They almost won today in the playoffs. They would have had a losing record team and could have won a playoff game.
There was a commercial with Dennis Rodman's daughter, Trinity Rodman, and Marshawn Lynch, if you didn't see that one.
Yeah, I've seen that. Mm-hmm.
I think it's pretty cool, though, that Dennis Rodman's 2 kids ended up playing sports, especially Trinity Rodman. She now plays for the U.S. soccer team. Would you like some torta?
I'm good right now.
And by the way, offense is staying on the field. It's going to be 4th and 2. So it makes you question of what they're exactly going to do. But yeah, it's 4th and 2.
Ben Johnson is offensive minded. A lot of coaches who are offensive minded will go
up 4th and 2 going on. Let's see what they do. And now, Caleb nearly dropped it. Now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught. And that 4th down risk actually did pay off. And now it's going to be a 1st down for Chicago. They really did take the gamble. And now they're going to run it. DeAndre Swift has it, gets about a couple yards. Yeah, Caleb Williams nearly dropped it too. That was kind of like a low key of a bad snap. Now we got 2nd and 7. And now it's going to be a pass to number 2. And he slips, and that's going to be now a 3rd and a 6. Now it's 3rd and 6. And now it's going to be handoff to running back. And now it's going to be 4th down. And now it looks like I think they're going to have to punt this one. It's not like a 4th and 2 or anything. This is like a 4th and 6, or 4th and 5 maybe. And I don't think you really have the range for a field goal either.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they're going to go for it on 4th down again. And it's not like you're going to make... Why?
Because think about it. If you're at like the 40-yard line or the 45-yard line,
I got you.
The other team still needs 20 to 25 yards in field goal range.
Players got to start. Got 3 receivers. Got a running back next to him. And now here is Williams. He's getting a little bit... He's got some protection. Now here's the pass. And that's going to be picked off by Green Bay. Honestly, why did he even intercept that? He should have just batted it down because it was 4th down. I had to start all the way from back there. That should have been batted down. That should have been batted down. Now they just lost the field position. That was not a good pass by Caleb Williams, and
yeah, but
erraticness is really showing.
But if you're a defensive player, would you rather bat it down or get the interception and have it on your record?
Bat it down. Bat it down.
No, but on your record now, that guy says, "Oh, I have an interception now on my record," and Caleb Williams has
bat it down. I would have batted down.
Just for the stats, I could see a player wanting to get the stats.
No,
your first
bat
instrumentation
it
is
down.
catch the ball.
Bat it down.
No, I wouldn't be mad at my player for doing that.
I would. I'd be like,
No.
hey, I want my field position.
No, because I'm like, hey, he wanted the stats. He got the interception. That's a big deal on a quarterback.
You gotta bat it down, man.
No.
Bat it down.
No.
Bat it down.
No, but I like the catch.
I don't. Do you like Wingstop? Have you been to Wingstop?
I've been to Wingstop.
Do you like it?
It's okay.
Just okay?
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings is just okay. Most wing places are just okay.
A movie that we're overdue to watch is that the American, what's it called? The American Hero? American Underdog.
Yeah.
I have the movie, so we could watch it sometime.
Yeah, I haven't watched it. There's a lot of movies I haven't watched. There's still so many movies I'm going through.
Have you seen Dumb Money?
No, I've not.
Would you watch it?
Potentially, yes. There's just so many movies out there. They just weren't high on my list to watch yet.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I was looking at that interception.
Yeah.
They said it was an interesting decision. Now it's going to be 1st and 10. And Green Bay does not have good field position because he did not bat it down. And now it's going to be handed off to Josh Jacobs, and he's going to get at least 5. Oh, my goodness. About 8 yards on that run right there.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at Caleb Williams. He's showing his emotion. Do you blame him for that, or do you think he has to, like, tone it down?
I don't know. Wasn't there something about when Caleb Williams was drafted, he didn't want to go to a certain team or something like that?
I heard about something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams seems to has that kind of like a diva kind of vibe. Second and 3, just like Kyler Murray. And that's going to be hand off to Josh Jacobs, and he's going to get right through for the first down. And then some more. He's still up. And now that's going to go up to the 34, and that's going to be a first down for Green Bay. And Green Bay seems to have control of this game.
Says Caleb Williams did not want to be drafted by the Chicago Bears.
Oh, wow.
And he ends up playing with them anyway.
It didn't hold out or anything. It's going to be first and 10.
Because why would he hold out?
Now it's going to be play action. And now here is Jordan Love, and he's going to go down with the sack. And I wonder if that's a fumble or they're going to call that incomplete. They call it an incomplete forward pass. I thought that was going to be like a sack or a possible case for intentional grounding. No call for intentional grounding. I think that should have been intentional grounding because he was clearly in the pocket. Do you think that should have been intentional grounding?
No.
I do.
What does it say? It says Chicago. So this is one of the things it says, so Caleb's father said, so Carl Williams, this is the quote he said. He said, Chicago is the place quarterbacks go to die.
Oh my gosh. Hold that thought. I got to go to the bathroom too. Hold on.
Yeah. That's a
Try
really
our delicious burgers today. Satisfy your cravings with our mouth-watering burgers. Double cheeseburger with classic double beef patties with melted cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, onion and house sauce, a fresh, flavorful delight. Double bacon cheeseburger, crispy bacon, fried onions, barbecue sauce, and double cheese. Double guacamole bacon burger, double cheese, crispy bacon, guacamole, lettuce, tomatoes, onions, and our special house sauce. Pair any burger with fries with an ice-cold drink for the perfect meal. Come down and taste the difference. You can only find these burgers at our Snoqualmie Mexican food truck.
Yeah, so that was the interesting information about Caleb Williams and his dad, Carl Williams, talking about Chicago being a place where quarterbacks go to die. Well, when was the last great quarterback that played for Chicago?
Yeah, not a good thing to say.
No, but I'm saying, when was the last time Chicago had a really great quarterback?
Never.
You know?
Their top quarterbacks that they've had is Jay Cutler and like Jim McMahon.
You know, and did they ever win a Super Bowl with any of those people?
Jim McMahon, 1985 Bears, when they had the overpowering defense.
See, so it's like how can you say a career really died when somebody as a quarterback won a Super Bowl? So
it was one Super Bowl, and it was mostly done by the defense and Walter Payton, the running back.
Yeah, but that person has a championship. So it's like, do you need a great quarterback to win a Super Bowl? Not necessarily.
Only if you have if you don't have a great quarterback, then you need a really good generational defense like the Seahawks did in 2013.
Here's another thing. Technically, you could get by if you had a really great running back.
What, Walter Payton?
If you had a generational like talent running back and you were not a great quarterback, all you had to do was hand the ball off to your running back, you could actually have a really successful offense. And
like
so
Emmitt
technically
Smith.
you don't need to be a good passer if you had a good running back.
I guess.
I'm just saying, there's a way around that, you know. And you know what could also be really good is you don't always need a great defense, you need great special teams.
Yeah, that's what happened to the 2010 Chargers. They had the best defense, the best offense, but guess what they were the worst in? That killed their playoff chances. Special teams, including Leon Washington with his 2 kick returns with the Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one thing the Seahawks have special this year is their actual like special teams. Like that should
now it's second and 10. Yeah, that's what they say. The Seahawks special team is actually special.
Yeah.
See, I did there. See, that was a good joke, right?
Yes.
One of my few jokes that actually works.
Yes.
And by the way, 53 went down. He actually got carted off the field.
Yeah.
Now he's been replaced by number 48. Hopefully number 53 is okay. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Green Bay is just carving up the field right now on the offensive side. What do they got here? Man in motion. Now here is Jordan Love on a play action or like a read option. Now here's a pass. That's going to be caught by number 0. I think that's Watson. That's not Watson. That's the rookie. And now Green Bay is now they're getting close. Now they're into Chicago's territory. Yeah, Jordan Love's got some athleticism, that's for sure. And he was able to see the open man. That was Golden who made the catch. Reminds me of the name. Remember Golden Tate?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Who did you like better back then, Golden Tate or Percy Harvin? Because there was a debate between those two.
I don't even remember Percy Harvin.
So Golden Tate was more remembered.
Yeah. Like if you think about it, like, history-wise, because of the whole trade and the whole thing that went down with Russell Wilson and like Sierra and everything, you know more about Golden Tate than you know about Percy Harvin.
1st and 10. And now it's going to be handoff to the running back, and he gets maybe about 2 or 3 yards on that. And he's going to go down for a 2nd down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 7. And now it's going to be Jordan Love looking to pass. And now he's going to... Oh, no, he gets sacked. And Chicago's defense has stepped up on that moment.
Have you ever heard of this theory? They say it's a theory of when you get a new coach that sometimes you're playing on house money if you do really good your first year because they haven't locked in their big contracts yet with a lot of their players.
Hold on. We got 3rd and 8. They're now up to the 29. It's a big play for Green Bay if they want to break this open. And it's going to be looks like it's a false start. It was timeout by Green Bay, not a false start. No flags.
Yeah, because someone they're saying there's a few teams this year like Chicago and like New England who basically are peaking early because a lot of their pieces they're still under rookie contracts. They still haven't paid their quarterback a whole bunch of money. There's a lot of stuff going on with them. Like what's going to be an interesting one is when Bryce Young's contract comes up because it's coming up soon. That's going to be really interesting to see how much they're going to pay Bryce Young.
That's true.
Because that was his 3rd year.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 8. Now it's 3rd and 8. And now here's Jordan Love. He's looking to pass. And now here's the pass. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a 1st down.
Yep. It's kind of nice actually seeing someone use the actual padded caps.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know?
And now here is Jordan Love. Man in motion. And now it's going to be a handoff. He doesn't really get much.
Yeah. Because I feel like so many players don't use the padded caps. When a player uses one, I'm like, they're actually making a bold statement. You know, just like you always talked about how like we used to talk about Tyler Lockett, and how certain players are so well at like protecting themselves, because this is a game where like if you don't protect yourself well, you could be out of your job pretty soon in a career.
2nd and 9. It looks like that could have been a slight offsides, and nope. I think that was a little bit offsides there, but that's going to be 3rd down.
You're talking about the guy's fingers?
No, it's not even the fingers. Someone kind of.
I didn't see no jump, but I saw some guy's fingers were right on the line.
I did see some kind of jump, though.
Yeah, my second cousin plays for the Chicago Bears.
It's like 3rd and 9. And now here is Jordan Love with the pass. That's going to be caught, and that's going to be a touchdown, and the Bears are just, and the Packers are just breaking this open. That is Jaden Reed with the catch, and now it's going to be 14-3 with the pending PAT. That was a nice pass by Jordan Love, and the guy seemed like he was just wide open. That was an easy touchdown right there. And now Chicago is in absolute trouble.
Not necessarily. Here's one of my theories. If you're not up by more than 3 scores, the game's not out of reach, especially this early in the game. Do you believe that?
Do you believe what?
That if you're not up by more than 3 scores, especially this early in the game, that's easy to come back from. Like it's possible to come back from. Because I've seen it so many times nowadays where teams are down by 14, 20 points and come back, you know?
But seeing Chicago, they've been very. I mean, Chicago's offense has been very erratic today.
They're only down by like 11 points. That's not a lot to come back from. That's 2 touchdowns. You know, you get them to go 3 and out. Like you score on the next drive, and you get them to go 3 and out. You're basically right back in this game. So it's not like that's out of reach.
It does seem out of reach, though.
No, it doesn't.
Well, I guess we'll see. But until then, taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies. Well, obviously, you like the... So wait, let's go over this. The pizza or the Mexican food or the burger? I think the burger is the only thing you haven't had yet.
No, I've had the burger. I haven't had the pasta.
Which one do you like better so far? The burrito, the pasta, or the pizza?
I've had the burger. The burger was good, but the burger took forever to get. But I would, you know, like I said, it's they're trying to sell themselves as a pizza place, but I recommend their other food over the pizza. Most of the time when we go there, most of us don't even order the pizza. We order the Mexican or we order the burger.
Yeah, the Mexican stuff's good too.
But we have not tried the pasta yet, so we all have to try the pasta.
We all do.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the Masters is going to be on Amazon Prime itself, as the streaming business has really taken over the TV severely.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma's taking on the Rockets, and the Knicks are taking on the Warriors. This is going to be for next Thursday.
So did you hear about Prime? So not Prime Video, but Primetime TV. Primetime TV, the major networks, they've all lost a lot of viewership over the last 10 years for their primetime slots. And they say the only thing that's kind of keeping their business alive is basically live events. If it wasn't for them not just sports, news, and also like talent shows. But if it wasn't for those 3 things, they wouldn't be sustaining well, because a lot of their scripted television shows are mostly now watched on like a streaming service. They're not actually watched on like at live time. Like if you have a show on at like 8:30 at night and you have a sitcom, they're not going to be watching at that time most of the time. And let's say it's a Wednesday. You're like, nope, we're not going to watch it at the time. Most of my sitcoms, I pre-record them. I record them, or I basically like watch them on some streaming app. So you don't really watch like live TV much.
Weeks 15 through 18, Green Bay has been giving up 28 points. And also, if Green Bay wins this game, the Seahawks will be taking on the Green Bay Packers, which I would be nervous. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Now it's going to be play action. Now here's Caleb Williams. He looks like he was going for a big pass, but now he's just out of the pocket. Now he's just going for a run, and he only gets maybe like 2 or 3 yards on that.
I think the one of the things I think about the playoffs that might need to shift and change is the fact that a team like why should you win because you win your conference, you should automatically get a home game.
What's wrong with that?
Because I think that's like, okay, if you win your conference, maybe you should make the playoffs, but you shouldn't just get a home game. Because why should a team with 8 wins get a home game over a team with 12 wins?
Then what's the point of divisions then? Let's just get rid of divisions. 2nd and 8, and now it's going to be about
for rivalry purposes. You keep divisions for rivalry purposes.
Yeah, but there's no incentive to try to win a division then, and then the division's gone.
Your incentive is that if you win your division, you can make the playoffs. So if you're in a really crappy division, you still make playoffs. Instead of being a 4 seed, you'd be a 7 seed.
Hey, Carolina almost won, so it's not like they were just a completely bad team.
No, but what I'm saying is like difference would have been that Carolina would have been a 7 seed and they would have played Chicago, the 2 seed.
3rd and 4. It's now 14-3, and it's going to be man in motion. I get your point. And now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here's a pass that's going to be caught. And now, the ball's out. The ball's out. Who's got the ball? It's going to be either Green Bay or Chicago. And nope, it's going to be Chicago with the ball. That was a really close call. Chicago really dodged the bullet on that one.
Yeah. But you get what I'm saying? Because the main thing that would change a little bit would be the fact that like the Rams it would have been a different setup. Let's see. Let me see how it would have affected it. Because divisions would still matter. You could still make divisions matter, Joe, as long as you make that team still make the playoffs. You see what I'm saying? Unless you want to change the rule and say that they don't get a home game, but they get like the best of the wild card spots, which would be a 5 seed instead of a 4 seed.
They deemed it as incomplete, but I thought that they deemed it as a fumble, which I thought it really was. Man, these guys they just got to protect their football. It's now 4th and 4 as it seems. So I think they're ruling it as incomplete actually.
So what would have been the difference in the playoffs if they would have changed that rule for the Panthers? If they would be the 7 seed and they'd play the Rams, and the Rams would get a home game, and the Rams would be the 2 seed. So then the Bears would shift down to the 3 seed, and then it would still basically pretty much be the same matchups. The only difference is the Panthers would not get a home game.
4th and 4.
So you just flip-flop the teams, which I think is not bad.
Oh, now he bobbles the ball. Now here's a pass. That's going to be batted down, and that was 4th down, and now Chicago has just turned the ball over. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Chicago, I'm telling you, is in deep trouble. Yeah, Caleb Williams, that was a bad snap. And then the ball got batted down. Now 1st and 10, and Green Bay is already in field goal range. And now it's going to be Josh Jacobs. And he's going to finally go down. And now that was about 7 yards. So I think that's going to be about a 2nd and a 3. Try our hand-breaded chicken tenders, perfectly seasoned and served with a choice of sides, golden fries, fluffy biscuits, homemade mashed potatoes, creamy mac and cheese, fresh side salad, fresh coleslaw, plus enjoy a dipping sauce on the side. Come in and treat yourself to the best comfort food around. Visit us today and satisfy your cravings. Would you like some fried chicken on that one, or do you know better fried chicken places?
I've not tried their fried chicken.
Well,
and chicken tenders are not really fried chicken.
how do you explain it? They're just breaded?
No. When people first think of fried chicken, they usually think of fried chicken as the bone chicken, you know? When they call what you're talking about, those breaded things, chicken tenders.
Yeah.
It's just a semantic thing, you know? They still are fried if you fry them, yes.
I guess
some people
so.
do, yeah. It's just a semantic thing where, like, when you think of fried chicken, you think of drumsticks, and you think of like the thighs, and you think of those things. You don't think of tenders.
See. Yeah.
Because on menus, they actually are labeled as two different things. But I know it's confusing.
Can be confusing, yeah.
Just like when they say wings, sometimes people they could either be bone or boneless, which they don't consider those two separate items. Sometimes they're still considered wings, even though they're just chunks of meat. Chunks of meat are still considered wings sometimes. So,
what do they say about McDonald's? Do you still go to McDonald's these days?
Every once in a while, but not rare. We don't go as much as we used to. The kids used to be obsessed with it, and they're not obsessed with it anymore. They've kind of got off the bandwagon of McDonald's.
Yeah.
We go to Burger King a little bit more than McDonald's.
Burger King, I think, has better quality.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about the SpongeBob meal from Burger King?
Yes.
Yeah, they made it a couple years ago. They made one that was a Wendy's made a SpongeBob meal, and they said that the Burger King one was a better meal overall, and they put more effort into it than the Wendy's one. They said the Wendy's one was really not much effort put into it.
Have you actually had it?
No.
But now it's going to be 2nd and 3, and Green Bay is in Chicago's territory. They're going to hand it off, and that's going to be, I think that's about 3rd and inches right there.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 3rd and 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be a handoff. And he gets stopped immediately. Josh Jacobs gets stopped. And now it's going to be 4th down. And I think Green Bay is going to have to kick it. As we got 4 minutes left in the half.
You can go for it.
I would just take the 3 points.
Go for it.
I think they might actually go for it. You're right. Yep, they are going for it. I think they're just going to do it as a way to get them to jump, though.
I think it's not a bad opportunity to go for it. Why not? Like, you know.
Oh, no, they're going for it. Now it's a play action. Now here's a pass, and that is going to be caught, and he might actually go out of the way. He leaps, and that's going to be, could this be a touchback, or is it a touchdown? It looks like it's a touchdown because he broke the plane. And a touchdown by Christian Watson when he had the huge leap.
Well, they still jumped on the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, but as long as the ball breaks the plane, it's fine.
Yeah. But you know what's interesting about that? You know why I said to go for that on that one?
Not a score yet. It's not going to be a score. It's going to be back on the spot. But the question is, did he break the plane? Oh, no, he already fumbled it.
So where does the
Dobbs
ball
is
go?
the one that made the recovery. They're putting it at the 1.
Oh.
But I think that should have been a touchdown.
Well, let's see here. He gets
So he
hit.
doesn't break the plane.
The guy's helmet hits the ball, basically.
And now it's going to be 1st and goal. I think they're just going to give it to
they
Josh
recover the
Jacobs and
ball.
just punch it in. And now it's going to be a quick pass, and that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah. Because when you're up by this many points and you basically are at the point where like you're gonna give them bad field position anyway, you would just go for it anyway.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Jordan Love was going for that quick pass. Just did not work.
You know what's funny about this is they're a team that doesn't use the tush push because they're the team that basically was trying to get the tush push eliminated from the league, the Green Bay Packers.
2nd and goal.
So they don't. So they, even though they're this close,
That's gonna be
they
a
would never do that kind
handoff.
of play.
And I don't think he's going to get it. Nope, I think he's down. Chicago's defense is trying to be that resilient.
Here's a good question. Do you go for it now?
I don't know. No, it's 3rd down, so it's fine.
Oh, it is? Okay. Oh, Jordan Love held on to the ball too long.
Yeah. Now it's 3rd and goal.
What would be interesting to see a special teams coach become a head coach?
Yeah, that would be the day.
You know? I think it's possible that special teams coach could be a good head coach.
Maybe. And now it's 3rd and goal. And what are they going to do? And now here is Josh Jacobs, and he is not going to get through. Now it's going to be 4th and goal.
Here's what it says. Yes, special teams coaches have become NFL head coaches, most notably John Harbaugh.
John Harbaugh was a special teams coach, huh?
Yes. Very interesting.
I think Mike McDonald has been with both the Harbaughs.
Yes, he has.
Yep, he was a special teams coordinator with Cincinnati from 89 to 96. So during his dark days, also Philadelphia, and he's been a head coach since.
And most recently, Joe Judge, who coached the Giants, though less successful. So it's possible we have a good example of John Harbaugh being a special teams coach moving up to a head coach. So it's possible.
And let's see Mike McDonald's history. He was mostly with the Ravens, and he was actually in Michigan for a year, and then he came back to Baltimore. So he's been with the Harbaughs twice.
Yeah. Have you ever heard of this thing called coaching trees, where because of the history of who they worked for before, they pick up some of their lineage. Like they were talking about, one of the ones was like, the Carolina, Dave Canals. Dave
No.
Canals actually worked under Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Just like Robert Saleh worked under Pete Carroll.
Yeah, Robert Saleh was a Pete Carroll tree.
Yeah. That's why they're making jokes about Robert Saleh the other day, where was he doing his Pete Carroll because he was like bent over and chewing gum.
Yeah, that could be. And then there's Bill Belichick was under Bill Parcells, and Mike Holmgren was under Bill Walsh.
Yeah, so you talk about these guys that were under famous people that they're talking about now. One of the most famous ones right now is the Shanahan tree, and then like the Clint Kubiak tree and all that other stuff. Like where they're all kind of this same circle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now they're saying there's a new one getting created called the McVay tree because Liam Cohen, who is actually the Jaguars coach, worked for Sean McVay.
Sean McVay was originally under Mike Shanahan.
Yeah. So you think about how these things are going, the lines, these things, how they're branching off, and how people are getting places and stuff.
By the way, it's 4th and goal as we are back from the break, and they are going to try. They're going to go for it. And there's no way to jump, so they're just going to try to punch it in, and they're not going to go for a quarterback sneak. This is just going to be. I wonder what they're going to do on this. I think they're just going to give it to Josh Jacobs, and now man in motion, and now here's going to be a pass. And now here is the pass. That's going to be caught for the touchdown on a 4th down. And Green Bay breaks this game open. That is Dobbs with the touchdown. Romeo Dobbs. And now it is 20-3 Green Bay. It will eventually be 21-3, assuming that they make the PAT.
Yep, told you. And you know what I told you earlier? They weren't going to do the tush push because they're the team that voted against they were trying to they proposed to get rid of the tush push.
Why would you get rid of a tush push?
Because they say that it's not a football move, and they were trying to say that it was dangerous. They're trying to say that the tush push is a dangerous move and should be outlawed because it was too dangerous. People are getting too many injuries because of it. There hasn't really been any injuries of it. They don't have a history of it. There's not enough history to even say that it's dangerous.
Yep. Look at the logo of this person. Of course he has a logo like that. I can't say more. I'm sorry, Cowboy Boy. I want to say something, but I just can't. But I love your picture. I just can't explain it further. But yeah, Packers blowout.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Nothing was as bad as. Did you see the Oregon game the other day?
Yeah, they got blown out by Indiana.
That was who would have thought that?
I think everyone would have thought that.
No, I thought that the game was going to. I thought Oregon was going to win, but they got blown.
Was it the final? Was it the Final Four or the quarterfinals?
Yeah, it was the Final Four. It was the Final Four.
Yeah. I really missed the old Pac-12. I missed it every bit of it. The NIL killed everything, man.
Well, it's the thing they're saying that. Did you hear about the problem with Damon Williams Jr.?
Yeah, that shows how incompetent UW is.
It's not that they're incompetent. What UW did was they basically went to him and said, "We're not going to put your name in the portal." And it wasn't. They said it wasn't really Damon Williams' fault because they said he was getting bad advice from a third party, and they said the problem was that LSU was trying to steal him, and LSU's coach is actually Ole Miss's coach that they had during the season, Lane Kiffin. And he's saying that Lane Kiffin caused this whole drama. And so
Lane
it was
Kiffin
another guy
was
trying to steal him.
He also was known to coach Jamarcus Russell.
Yeah, and you know what the big problem is with it?
What?
The big problem with the whole situation is that now they're saying that if he wanted to leave, he would either had to pay the $4 million or have the new school pay the $4 million. So they would have lost $4 million plus whatever they were paying him just to go to that other school.
Oh my goodness.
So that's basically why he stayed, because he already was under contract. We signed him 4 days earlier.
21-3 now.
Yeah. Isn't that insane?
It is. And now Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And now he is going to look to pass. Now here's a big pass, and that's going to be caught. And he should probably just get down. as he's trying to fight for extra yards, but it's like, dude, just get down. You don't want to fumble the football.
They were trying to talk to the coach, Jed Fish, about the whole situation. He said he wouldn't even. He was basically like, he said he wanted them to kind of stop asking questions about it. He just wanted them to ask him football questions. But there was such the biggest topic of the week that they had to ask. They were asking him all the questions about it, and it was just not good.
1st and 10.
He wouldn't really answer the questions.
And then we got Caleb Williams, and now here is a pass, and that's going to be nearly picked off.
Wow. The camera just jerked there. You saw that? That someone
I did see that, yeah. And then for the halftime show, we're just going to react to the Los Angeles Rams and the Carolina Panthers game. So get the link up there. I will send you the link on the Discord, and then start it at 0, and then we will react it together.
Okay.
Because obviously I'm not going to show it on the screen because I don't want to get copyrighted.
Yeah, I understand.
And now it's 2nd and 10.
What was it? It was on, I think it was on,
2nd and 10. And now here is Caleb Williams. Now here's the pass. That's going to be, I think you should just wait till halftime to say what you need to say because there's just too much going on.
Okay.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 10 with 1:15. Write it down before you forget.
I got it. Oh, drop.
Now it's 3rd and 10. And now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. And now he's just going to run out of the pocket. And now he's just going to go for a run. And he has to slide. And now it's going to be 4th down. And I wonder if they're just going to take the 3 points or go for the field goal. But considering that the Bears got the ball first, I think they should. I think I would go for it and try to see if you can get as much points as possible to get up to make it 21-10. And I think that they are going to keep them there. Maybe at first you can at least try to get them to jump. You can at least try that. Clock is still going down. So I think they should have called a timeout on this. 4th and 4, and clock is really winding down. It's like Green Bay is calling the timeout. They still don't know when they're playing because we won't know everything until tomorrow or maybe even on Monday.
Oh, ours should already be determined by Monday because Monday's game, I think, is the Steelers game. So
the NFC Championship is going to be Sunday, January 25th. I think it's at 3 p.m., they say. Now it's going to be 4th and 4. 37 seconds left. And now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here's the pass. And that's going to be incomplete. And they just throw the ball away again. Mm-hmm. And now Green Bay has the ball. And they actually do have some kind of field position. They are out of timeouts, but they can try to advance the ball to get at least in the field goal range to strengthen their lead. But this has just been a complete disaster for Chicago. Oh, now it's commercial break. Now you can say your UW thing.
Yeah. Oh, I'm done with that. I'm on to the next thing.
No, you were going to say something. You got to finish it.
No, I already said it. I said the whole UW Damon Williams thing, where it's like the whole NIL thing has kind of changed the game of football because most players are staying 4 years in college now because they make just as much money to stay 4 years in college than they would just go into the pros early. You know how much Damon Williams is getting paid?
Oh much.
$4 million for next year.
Oh my gosh. And he's a college
He's supposed to be considered one of the top 10 quarterbacks in college football for next season. He's a junior, getting $4 million.
Oh my goodness.
And teams can pay up to, I think it's $20.5 million for all their student athletes for the year.
Is that the budget, the total budget?
Yeah, for each school. So you're basically giving a fourth year money already to one player.
Oh my gosh.
That's a fifth year money. Literally. Isn't that crazy?
Were you for the NIL idea or were you against it?
I was never really for it,
But it certainly did open Pandora's box in a really bad way.
It does. Did you hear about it was like It's crazy. Like I was even looking at the women's athletes, and one of the highest paid women's athletes is a gymnast that goes to LSU.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like, a gymnast. I'm like, some of these teams and who they pay money to and stuff like that. See, if you don't have to deal with football, you save yourself a lot of money, like Gonzaga, but they can pay athletes, their basketball players, more.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. What do you think is worse, that or them allowing them to like talk about like betting now and have people actually betting on games now?
I mean, people have been betting on games for years.
They have, but not officially. It's like under the table, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
There's been a different shift. You see what I mean? Like we used to not have things like DraftKings and FanDuel and stuff like that.
And now it's 1st and 10. Now here is Jordan Love, and he's looking to pass. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught. And now he's going to go up to the 50. And there's still time to put themselves in field goal range to make it 24-3.
Yeah. But they don't have a kicker like what Jacksonville has. You seen Jacksonville's kicker? He kicks 68-yard field goals like they're nothing. Cam Little.
You think Jacksonville's a sleeper for the Super Bowl?
Well, they just have a really good kicker. He's young and he's really good. He can make like 60 to 70-yard field goals like it's like nothing.
1st and 10. Now we've got 25 seconds left. And now here is Jordan Love. He's got some time. Now he's going for a really big pass, and that's going to be incomplete. It was a really big attempt.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're at 2nd and 10. And it looks like they're just trying to go all the way to the end zone. I think they just want to take a shot to the end zone because they are going to get the ball back anyway. Now here's Jordan Love. He's got some time, and he's going to just try to run it. And he is going to have a little bit more room. And I think it's going to be about a 3rd down in inches. I think they were trying to get to field goal range, maybe. Defenders really went deep, which gave Jordan Love a lot of space to run, too. I don't think Jordan Love got that first down. I think it's going to be in inches. No, it's going to be 1st and 10. They got the first down. 11 seconds left in the half. Play clock is going down. And now here's Jordan Love. He has got some time. Now here's a pass, and that's just going to be incomplete. I think you have time for maybe one more play. I mean, I don't know. I mean, would you try to go to get to field goal range or just go for the Hail Mary, knowing that you get the ball back at the second half? Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Looks like I think they're going to take it all the way to the end zone. I don't know if there's going to be enough time to get to the 30, which means you can go for a field goal. And now here is Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here's a pass, and okay, just threw it away. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10, and it looks like they're going to go for the field goal. And looks like those were deliberate too. .52-yard is the career high in a postseason career for Brandon McManus. And that's going to be a 55-yard attempt. And now here is the kick. And looks like that was going to be an ice the kicker moment. Ice the kicker. Do you believe in icing the kicker?
They don't have to do it.
But, I mean, they don't really have much to lose. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10. Yep, they're going to try to make it 24-3. And now the kick is up, and that is going to be no good. And Green Bay misses the kick. And now we're going to go into halftime with a missed field goal. But however, Green Bay does have a 21-3 lead, and they will still get the ball back in the second half. And I will be right back as I got to go to the bathroom. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
Well, I'm back, and we're going into the half. And for the halftime show, we're going to do the reaction to the Rams and the Carolina Panthers. Now sizzling at Apollo Mediterranean Greek Food. Come enjoy our flat-top grilled Greek chicken and beef, Slovaki tender, juicy and bursting with Mediterranean flavor, served with savory yellow rice, fresh daily cut veggies for our crisp salads, homemade hummus, plus warm pita, and our signature tzatziki, perfect for a fresh filling meal made with care. Cold beer available. Order now at apollogreekfood.com. Come visit us for a delicious meal and a cold beer. We'd love to serve you. So yeah, in that first half, Green Bay clearly had control of the game, and we saw that Caleb Williams, as his erratic play really has shown. And now I want to go through my YouTube comments that I have gotten lately. This was regarding all of my shorts videos. Panthers and Rams. This guy said, Seahawks will be favored against any NFC opponent. If I had my choice, I will take a hard pass on the Rams. For this weekend, let's go Panthers and Packers. I'm going to say Panthers were so close. Bears should be able to stomp over the Packers. Packers are much like Carolina, who limped into the playoffs. I should have commented earlier, but I have no confidence in the Bears. All right, and then I have some other YouTube comments. The guy goes, upset with me. I'm just going to put a skull emoji on this one. All right, and now do you have the Carolina game? Oh, your volume. You have the Carolina game?
Yeah, I have the recap you gave me.
Okay, it's at 0, right?
Yeah.
All right, and on my count, we're going to do a reaction to that game. And it's going to be about a 13-minute video. So on my count, 3, 2, 1, play. So it was, and now here's Matthew Stafford. He had the ball first. He had all day to throw, and it was a good pass. And now they are in Carolina territory. A little bit of a play action. Puka Nacua, I think, made that catch. Puka Nacua has kind of made himself a more disliked figure. And now it's 11 minutes left. Stafford's going for a pass, and that is caught for a touchdown. That was Puka Nacua who made the catch. And did you have Puka Nacua on your fantasy football team?
Yes.
Oh, I can't believe you missed the playoffs. You know, I'm still crushed that you didn't make the playoffs. And you had one of the
think
better
about what
scoring
happened
teams.
to me.
It was all bad luck.
Yeah.
And now we've got Bryce Young. He's going for a pass, and that's going to be caught. And we're about 8 minutes away from the halftime ending. Now here's Bryce Young. He's going for a pass, and that's going to be caught. And he's going for a pass. Like, this has been quite a bit of a long drive. And now it's a big pass. And that's going to be, oh my gosh, Bryce Young threw the interception. And now Rams have the ball back. And it's going to be handoff to running back Kyron Williams. Now the Rams look like they are gaining in control of this game. Now here's Stafford. One hand catch by Parkinson. And did you know that Cody Parkinson used to be on the Seahawks?
Yeah, I remember that name.
Yeah, Stafford passes it to Puka Nacua. And they're getting first downs left and right. I think Nakua's going to score on this. Yep, he somehow scored on that. That's going to be 2 touchdowns for the Rams, and now they are up 14-0.
The Rams don't know how to hold on to large leads.
I guess they don't. Bryce Young is going for a pass. That's going to be caught. $11 minutes left in the half. Now here's Bryce Young going for pass. He gets it into Rams territory where they could kick the field goal. And now it's going to be Bryce Young to pass, and that's going to be caught. And it's going to be handoff to running back. And I think the Panthers are on track to score this one finally. Get a man in motion, and they punched it in for the touchdown to make it 14-7.
Mm-hmm.
That was Chuba Hubbard. That's me 14-7. Now here's a big pass, and that is caught. Another pass. And nope, out of bounds. And they go for the field goal. And that made it 17-7. Oh my gosh, they're just dropping the ball. Rams really are the big rival. And then Stafford went for a huge pass and way over his head. That was for Devontae Adams. Looks like the half is about 3 more minutes until the halftime is over. Got 1:42 left. I think they're trying to race into getting the field goal. Now Stafford is trying to run. And looks like they failed to convert on the 4th down. And now Bryce Young's trying to. He goes for a big pass, and that's going to be caught. And now they're guaranteed in field goal range. Now 43 seconds left. Bryce Young's going for a run. Does he have enough to get the touchdown? He does get that touchdown to end the half to make it 17-14. Bryce Young with a nice little run. About 7 minutes left of this video. Now 17-14. Stafford's going for a pass. It's a big pass. That's going to be caught. 3rd and 10. Stafford goes for a big pass. That's caught. Oh, no. Puka Nacua dropped it. Wonder how this half ends. Nope. They just ended it with a knee by Bryce Young. Puka Nacua was in disbelief that he couldn't catch the ball. Third and 10. Now in the second half, I think Carolina is starting to have momentum. And Carolina makes the field goal. Looks like halftime is almost over. So as soon as halftime starts, then we'll transition. Or as soon as the second half starts, we will transition. Yeah, Green Bay is pretty much in control of this game. And they go for a field goal to make it 20-17. And Stafford, he throws a pick. And Bryce Young goes for a big pass. He catches it. And that might be a touchdown all the way. Nope, he goes out of bounds. Oh, looks like they're about to start. Time to transition into football for the second half. It's been a pretty unexciting game so far since one team pretty much has it. And now it's going for a squib kick. And that will go all the way to the end zone for a touchback. And now it's going to be 1st and 10 for Green Bay. It's going to be 1st and 10. And now here it is. And that's going to be play action. And now here is Love. He's going to try to scramble out. He's being overwhelmed, and that's going to be incomplete. Thought you were sleeping.
No, I'm still here. I'm listening. I was deep in listening to you commentate the game. I've already seen this game. I already know what happens.
2nd and 10 now.
I watched it, so I know.
And I'm sure you
I watched most of the second half.
I was.
See that? Look at they just blocked a punt.
Oh, you're talking about
Carolina blocked the punt. They got good field position at the 31-yard line.
And now it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah.
No, we're done reacting to it. 21-3 as we are in the second half. Man in motion. And they're going to hand it to Jacobs. It gets stopped immediately. Looks like there's some defensive adjustments by Chicago.
Yeah.
And now it's 3rd and 12. Green Bay is 4 of 6 on 3rd down conversions today. What do we got here?
Is that a real grass field?
And I think it's turf. Now here, Love, and that's going to be passed. That's going to be nearly picked off. And now it's going to be 4th down, and you're going to have to punt that. And Chicago looks like their defense is back to life. Now it's 4th and 12. And the kick. And that's going to go into the 35. And he's going to try to run it. He gets to the 35, the 37.
Yes, the Chicago Bears play on a natural grass field at Soldier Field.
Oh, so it's actually grass, not turf, huh?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I think they were getting some damage on the field.
Yeah, I guess so. The Seahawks play on artificial turf.
Yeah, and then the soccer team's kind of complaining about that, saying they might want to build their own stadium out more south so they can get a natural grass field.
21-3, and now it's going to be handoff to the running back, and he maybe gets 2 yards on that.
Yeah.
Now it's 2nd and 8.
You see the grass stuck in the helmet?
Yeah. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here's a pass. That's going to be caught by their tight end. Oh, no, the ball's out. And I wonder if they're going to call it as an incomplete rather than a fumble.
Did they make a football move?
Incomplete pass.
What? They're not saying they didn't make a football move?
Nope.
Well, it would have benefited Chicago if they would have called it a fumble.
That's just too bad.
1, 2, then the ball comes out. How many steps do you need before the ball comes out to say it's a catch?
Now it's 3rd and 8. Now here is Caleb Williams to pass. Now here is a pass, and that's going to be caught He finally gets it, and that's going to be first down. Now it's 1st and 10. Caleb Williams goes the other way, and that's going to be caught. And now they're going to get into the red zone. And now Chicago could be in line to score a touchdown finally.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Caleb Williams, I think what he did was he did a fake play action pass. And yep, he misdirected. Now it's 1st and 10. And now it's going to be a handoff to running back, and he's not really getting much, maybe 2 yards at most. Second and 9. And it's going to... Oh, no. They just took him down. He was definitely not fooled. Now it's 3rd and 13. And I think they're just going to have to take the 3 points. And now here is Williams to pass. Now here's a pass. That's going to be caught. Incomplete, hits the ground. And now you're going to have to settle for that field goal. I would not go for it on 4th down on a 4th and 13. And oh no, it looks like Caleb Williams, he is hobbling in pain. He is able to get out of his own power, but it's not looking good. Makes you wonder who the backup quarterback would be for the Chicago Bears. Let's see what really happened. He tripped. Oh, he rolled his ankle. That's what it was. And now the kick is up. And that is good. The backup quarterback would be a guy named Tyson Badgent. Wouldn't really do too much. And the 3rd string quarterback is Case Keenum, but he's hurt. Not exactly a good. I mean, they got the score, but not the drive that they wanted. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thin crust.
And yep. I mean, what do you think of Caleb Williams throughout this game?
They haven't been playing the best.
Not at
No,
all.
they haven't. They've been overthrowing players and not doing great on passing and stuff like that. They haven't done too much to impress me.
Yeah, no, they haven't impressed me either.
I've been more impressed by Bryce Young today than I've been by Caleb Williams. And
Yeah, Bryce Young had a good game. Yes,
he did. It was just they didn't have enough time at the end of the game to finish it off. Time management. They had a few more. If they had a few more seconds, they would. If they had another minute, they would have won the game.
pretty much.
Because Bryce Young looked calm under pressure. Didn't like he was rattled, which was really good.
They're doing the Peyton and Eli for ESPN too.
Mm-hmm.
And now here's the kickoff. And now it's going to be coming out. And he's going to go through the 30 and then into the 35. 36-yard line, they say.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like there's some exchange going on as a couple players got knocked out. Man, Caleb Williams is really showing his frustration after that rolled ankle. The body language really just says it all. He's just in pain, though, but very frustrated, but not exactly what you want to see out of a captain. Now it's 1st and 10, and Jacobs gets stopped. It's like defense for Chicago has adjusted a little bit. Caleb Williams' completion percentage was 58%, lowest in the NFL, while tonight he's only passing 48%.
Told you that's going to be their downfall. He's the one that's losing him the game. He's one of the reasons.
2nd and 9. Now here's Jordan Love to pass. Now here's the pass that's going to be caught. It's going to be 3rd and short.
My theory came true. My theory was that his bad passing was going to haunt him in the playoffs.
Really did haunt him in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 2.
Mm-hmm. The one good sign about Caleb Williams is that he had a lot less turnovers than some players in the league this year. He only 7 interceptions. So that's been pretty good on that front.
3rd and 2.
That's why they were good enough to win games, because he didn't turn over the ball too much.
Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. And now he has got so much time. Now he's going to pass. That's going to be incomplete. And now it's going to be 4th down. And for the 2nd straight drive, the Packers may be forced to punt unless they want to go for it on 4th down.
Go for it. What do you have to lose?
They're still in their own territory. That's the problem.
Just barely. Risk it.
Nah, they trust the defense.
I would have went for it there. Up by this much.
Now it's 4th and 2. Now Whelan's going to go for that kick. And it's going to go to the 20 or the 18. Indeed.
Well, if Chicago loses this game, will they be like the team like Washington this year, where they will actually do so much worse next year and only win maybe at most 6 games?
I don't know. Because Caleb Williams was actually a sophomore this season when Jaden Daniels he is now a 2nd year.
Yeah, but my question is because there's usually a player their second year, but sometimes even their third year. But like I'm saying is like there's always a team that like does really good one year and then all of a sudden they fall off the next year. It's like how can they be so good one year and then be bad the next year and then like keep bouncing back and forth?
It's hard to say.
Because you look at like Jaden Daniels, like his career, he did get injured this year, but he fell off the map this year. Last year they almost went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they were that close.
And then this year they couldn't even make the playoffs. They were so bad.
They were also so injured too, like really banged up.
Yeah, but like people were saying earlier in the season, they're the oldest team in the league.
Yeah, they were.
So age got to them. It sounds like, or like
The Washington Commanders had a 5-12 season, and splitting time was Marcus Mariota, Josh Johnson, and Jaden Daniels.
Like I said, what do you do?
Wouldn't know.
Mm-hmm. Well, they say there's about, I think it was 4 to 6 teams every year that had made the playoffs the previous year that don't make the playoffs the next year. There's always teams that switch out. So you're talking about how many teams are moving out every year?
Oh, let's look at that pizza. Oh my gosh, I gotta go to Delfino's Pizza in UW. Have you been to Delfino's Pizza in UW?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I gotta go back there again. I'm gonna find an excuse to go there eventually.
Are you more of a Chicago style pizza person or a Detroit style or a?
Oh, hold on, we got a pass. That's gonna be
New
caught.
York?
And I think and that's gonna be up to the 45. Hold that thought. That was a nice pass by Caleb Williams. It looks like Chicago, they are starting to be more resilient.
Oh, Caleb's back, so he wasn't really injured.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a freak injury. And now it's going to be to DeAndre Swift, and he gets maybe 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and 8. Man in motion. Now it's going to be handoff to DeAndre Swift. And he's going to run, and that's going to be close to a first down. It's going to be 3rd down. Third and 1. Oh, looks like that was an offside. I saw an encroachment right there. How do you not call that? And now it's going to be a handoff, and that's going to be a first down. Flag has been thrown. Defense. Another 15-yard penalty, too. Automatic first down. Looks like we got an injury timeout. Hopefully this game gets a little bit more exciting.
It's been a boring game.
It
That's
really
why I've
has
almost
been.
fell asleep so many times.
I know I'm starting to feel the same thing too.
You know.
Well, first we have a bias because the Seahawks aren't playing, but that's a first world problem. First world bye problem. Tomorrow's going to be just not San Diego. Sorry, San Diego Chargers and the Patriots. So not exactly any really exciting games, with the exception of the Carolina Rams game. But everyone expected that to be just a blowout from the Rams.
It was actually a way better game than this game.
This game's been it has been a boring game.
But here's the thing about sports is that you try to create you try to set up good matchups, but the problem is you never know how teams are going to play, and you don't know if the game's going to be a blowout or not. And the thing about it is what would be interesting to note is this game might be more boring than the first game, but did this game get more viewership than the first game?
I think this one will get more viewership.
You know, even though it might be considered the boringer game. So it doesn't matter if you have a boring matchup as long as you get the viewership. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's all they care about. Because the first game was way more exciting, but it's just, you know.
Oh, there's a divisional schedule going on.
Divisional schedule for what?
Divisional for the schedule for divisional for next week. Guess we'll find out when they'll play.
Potentially, we should know. Well, we kind of know some of the matchups already. So you know that the Rams won, but we don't know who they'll play because this game determines a lot.
And we are back from the break. It's going to be 1st and 10. And now it's going to be a fake handoff. And now here's Caleb Williams. He's going for a pass. That's going to be caught. That's DeAndre Swift. And now that's going to be close to the 10. That was more like the 14. They still don't know which conference is going to do the divisional, though, for next week. So we probably won't know the schedule until tomorrow or Monday, probably.
Well,
That's gonna...
I think because
hold on. 1st and 10. And now we got Caleb Williams, and now he's going to run, and nope. That's going to be about a second down. Now you were saying, but make it fast.
we already know what potentially if Green Bay wins, they already know who we're going to play tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I mean we're talking about next week.
Yeah, but if Green Bay wins, we know who we play next week. You see what I'm saying? Because Green Bay is the worst. They're the 7th seed, so we know that we play the 7th seed if they win.
Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Yeah.
And now here is Caleb Williams going for a pass. That's going to be caught, but it's going to be about a 3rd down and a 5.
Yep. They're wasting a lot of time on this drive, the Chicago Bears.
Now it's 3rd and 4.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to be handoff to Swift, and that's going to be close to first down, but I think that's going to be inches. And something tells me if it's a fourth down, the Bears are just going to try to punch it through. It's going to be 4th and 1. I think they're going to go for it, but they're only 1 for 4 on fourth down conversions. I think they're going to try to get them to jump, especially if you're on 4th and 1. See if they jump first.
Most teams don't jump. The odds of someone jumping, I don't know. I don't know why teams try it when it's like it works only like 1% of the time.
And now it's going to be fake handoff, and he's getting overwhelmed. And now here's a throw, and that's going to be picked off by Green Bay. And now they just turned the ball over
And lost 3 points.
They lost the 3 points. And this that could be the dagger of this game. I know we still have another full quarter to go, but a very shocking moment. Yeah, that's what he wanted to go to, but the receiver slipped. So Caleb Williams had no choice but to. And now Caleb Williams, the camera's really going on him a lot. Oh my goodness.
But if you think about this game, a lot of the game is based on how he's been playing. Because has Jordan Love really been playing that good?
Has Jordan Love been playing that good? Let's look at the score. Let's look at the stats because he's at least been efficient, I would like to say.
Yeah, it's like because is it more of the fact that Caleb Williams is playing really bad, or is that the Green Bay's defense is playing good enough, or is it that Jordan Love is actually playing a really good game?
Jordan Love is only 10. Jordan Love is 10 for 19, but he has 3 touchdowns.
So he's not playing a great game.
No, he's not.
Yeah. And so is it more that the defense of Green Bay is actually better than Chicago's defense?
I wouldn't really know.
Because that's what it seems like today. But would you blame this on Ben Johnson for going for it too much on fourth down?
Yes, that's a part of it.
Because, being that risky, is that why they lost this game?
It could be.
Did you know this? Do you know an interesting stat about the Seahawks? Mike Macdonald's one of the most safest coaches. He rarely goes for it on fourth down.
He really does. Rarely.
He takes the points and takes the safe route, and it's been successful for him. So, yeah. Because there's a point for not going for it enough, but there's also a point for going for it too much. So, that's what I'm saying. Like, is our coach way too safe about it?
Sometimes he is.
Yeah.
The Pro Bowl looks like it's going to be in where? I think it's in Vegas.
Yeah, it's usually in Vegas now because remember it used to be in Hawaii, but it's too hard to travel for people to travel to. So they have it in Vegas.
True. Now it's 1st and 10.
Mm-hmm. Navy Pier, Chicago's Children's Museum. But they have a Ferris wheel out there.
1st and 10. And it's going to be Jordan Love. And looks like he's getting overwhelmed. And is that even an eligible receiver? That looks like it went and the ball is out. The ball is out and looks like Chicago. No, it went out of bounds. Oh my goodness. But did it go to Chicago? Does it go to Chicago? I don't think it does.
Let's see here. Oh, I see what you're saying. Was 70 earlier? The guy kicks the ball. Do you see the guy kicks the ball? No, because Chicago never had full possession of it. So the ball went out of bounds, so it should be Green Bay's ball. They never had full possession. Do you see what I'm talking about here? Look at this.
Oh no, it goes to Green Bay. And if anything,
you know why?
they got because the ball went out of bounds, and now it's 2nd and 4.
But then Chicago never had full possession of it.
Jacobs.
See, they never got full possession of it.
Nope.
The ball was just kept going out of bounds. They never got a full control of it. Making mistakes there, their defense. Yeah. Like I said, it's those mistakes. So Jordan Love actually has 150.
Dude, there's a play going on. 1st and 10. And now here's a pass. Man, you got to pay attention, man. You got to know when to talk and when not to talk. I shouldn't be doing this live, but how many people do I have on YouTube? No one's really watching anyway.
Yeah, I get it.
It's going to be 2nd and 10.
He threw that away.
Second and 10. Seconds are going down. And now here's Jordan Love. He's getting overwhelmed. And now he just throws it away. And now the fans are arguing that they think that should have been intentional grounding. It did not go past the line of scrimmage either. And now they're going to get the intentional grounding call. That's going to cost some yards right there too. You'll go to the spot of the foul. Yeah, Jordan Love was already overwhelmed. He's clearly not out of the pocket either. Now it's 21-6. 3rd and 20. Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. And that's going to be caught. And he goes down. Obviously, they're going to have to punt the ball away. Now it's 4th and 9. And he's going to kick it and punt it. And he's going to be catching it. It's going to go to the 30, 35, the 40, and it's going to go to the 50. He was going past, and now they're getting into that red zone. A great punt return by Chicago. And this could be the turning point. It might be a lot to say, but you never know. It was a nice punt return. Interesting helmets that they've got out there too. Showing Devin Hester. Big-time Hall of Famer for the Bears. Mostly known for his kick returning and punt returning skills. He's arguably the best in NFL history in punt returns and kick returns. 1st and 10. And now it's going to be fake handoff. And it's going to be Caleb Williams out of the pocket. And he just kind of threw it away. And it looks like it's incomplete. Second and 4. That looked like almost a false start. And now here's a big pass by Caleb Williams and way incomplete. But that's going to be the end of the quarter. Very disappointing quarter for Chicago. Their defense has stepped up, but the offense has just been absolutely flat. Any thoughts on that with the third quarter?
Oh, their offense has been. Early things I noticed, their fourth downs are 1 of 5. They've had two interceptions in this game. They've actually controlled the ball for 5 more minutes, their offense, than Green Bay's. If it wasn't for the interceptions and it wasn't for the fourth down completions, only being 1 of 5, they would be ahead in this game.
Yeah.
That's their biggest mistakes. Because you look at their yards are only 30 yards difference in total yards. Their teams are not playing. It's not like Green Bay's playing that much better than them. It's just they're playing a slightly cleaner game.
Yeah, Chicago, bad passes by Caleb Williams, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because Green Bay's had no interceptions, no fumbles, So you're talking about. And look at their fourth down completions. They're 2 of 2.
It's true.
2 times they went on it, they made it. They're 3 of 3 in red zone. So that's the big thing. So, and it's not like Jordan Love's playing that much better than Caleb Williams. Would you rather have 12 of 24 passing from Jordan Love or Caleb Williams 14 of 27?
I mean, Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is 163 yards. Caleb Williams has 177 yards. The big difference is Jordan Love has 3 touchdowns, and Caleb Williams has 2 interceptions. There's the difference in the game. Jordan Love played a better game.
I mean, it's been a team overall playing the better game. But if if Green Bay wins, we all know where this game is going.
Yeah.
It's going to Seattle.
Yeah.
Green Bay will go to Seattle.
Yeah. And aren't you excited for that?
I'm dreading either way.
Why? Why? The good thing about this game is it wouldn't be the Rams.
I'd rather get the Rams over with, to be honest with you. I'd rather just get it over with.
Not necessarily, because here's the thing is that if we keep holding out longer, they almost lost this week. What if they lose next week? Maybe they play Philadelphia and lose. Or maybe they play San Francisco and lose.
They won't lose.
Hey, going on the road to basically Philadelphia potentially.
I wouldn't count on it.
Last year they lost to Philadelphia. So,
we'll see. Now it's 3rd and 4. And he's going to run it through, and that's going to be the first down.
There's still miraculous things could happen.
No.
You really think Chicago's going to wake up and win this in the fourth quarter?
No. I don't see it happening. Now it's 1st and 10. Man in motion. And it's going to be a fake handoff. And now here's Caleb Williams going for a pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. Now here's a big throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Not exactly a good pass because that just went way too much into traffic. I think we'll have a good idea of who's going to play who, but I think they're going to wait till all the games are complete.
Overthrown.
It was very much overthrown. Caleb Williams is definitely the least accurate quarterback. Now it's 3rd and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. And he gets thrown, and the ball is out. And now it's going to be 4th down. And now you do have to kick that field goal, but you're still going to be down 2 possessions either way. And not a good drive for Chicago. The ball was out too. I don't know. I really don't know who to cheer for anymore. Now here is the kick, and that will go right through the uprights, and it is good. So Meowsy said, what does this mean for the Hawks? Well, that means if Green Bay plays, if they win, if Green Bay wins, Seahawks will play Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And if Chicago wins, they're going to play... They'll either play the Rams or the 49ers. If the Eagles win and somehow the Bears win, then we'll have to play the Rams in the divisional.
Yeah. You know, the teams left, the 2 teams you want to play, the most likely want to play is either you want to play the 49ers or you want to play the teams that you're able to play, because you're not able to play Chicago yet. But the teams you would want to play are either the Packers or the 49ers, because the Eagles and most likely you wouldn't play the Eagles either. So it's like, of the 3 teams that you're able to play left, you kind of want to either get the 49ers or get the Packers. You don't want to get the Rams. Because that's been our toughest game this year. What?
You don't want the Rams. Packers have PTSD playing in Seattle. Well, and I can also tell you that luckily, since the Seahawks are not playing in Lambeau, but if they were, the Seahawks have PTSD in Lambeau, because the Seahawks have not won a game in Lambeau Field since 1999. None of us want the Rams. Like, we were hoping that Carolina would take care of it, but they failed, because I think Bryce Young. Now, do you think he threw that touchdown a little too early? Do you think that touchdown happened too early?
Not necessarily, because you can't blame it all on Bryce Young. Part of it was their defense not stepping up during that last drive.
But you never want to score a touchdown when you have like 3 minutes left in the game, all with 3 timeouts too.
But it's like, here's the thing about it. You need your whole team to play good, because if one of your pieces of your team is super weak or lets you down at the wrong time, because their offense did what they needed to do, but their defense failed at the end. And that was on the defense. And everybody's going to look at that Carolina going into next season saying, hey, watch out for Carolina, because think about this. They outperformed what they were supposed to do this year. Most people didn't think they're going to win more than maybe 5 games this year.
As we got a flag on the kick return. It was a little bit of a squig kick. The kick team. The ball will be placed at the 40-yard line. Ugh.
Wow, that's good field position. Yeah. The new rules got him.
They're showing Brian Urlacher. He was a Pro Football Hall of Fame of 2018, one of the greatest linebackers in NFL history. And Brian Urlacher was a huge part of that team. Just the name Brian Urlacher sounds intimidating. Just Urlacher. And now it's 1st and 10. Man in motion. Now it's going to be handoff to Josh Jacobs. And he goes down. And there's going to be a flag.
Mousie's talking about the 49ers. I'm like, I'm not scared of the 49ers. They don't have a good defense.
I'm scared of everyone. Because I think the Seahawks will only beat themselves with Sam Darnold. It's like we got a penalty
Seahawks are an
decline.
interesting team.
They always will be. So Meowsy thinks he's not scared of anyone else. Not scared of the Eagles. Not scared of the Bears. Now it's going to be 2nd and 10. In some ways, you actually kind of want Chicago to win this game, I think. And now it looks like we have a blitz, and that's going to be incomplete. Chicago, I'm sorry, Green Bay's offense has been completely flat in this second half.
It has. Have they scored at all?
They have not. Now it's 3rd and 10. And he has time. And Love is actually getting overwhelmed. And now it's going to be 4th down, and they got to punt it. And now it's 4th and 10.
The only way I would have rooted for Chicago is if Carolina would have beat the Rams.
Yeah.
You kind of want to play Carolina, which you already creamed earlier this year. So like,
now it's 4th and 10. Oh, we got a flag for intentional grounding.
Again. And that was Sweat. That's my second cousin. Montez Sweat.
And now Jordan Love is just reviewing film on his tablet.
There's still 13 minutes left in this game. This game's going slow.
Yeah, I think that. I guess a lot of intentional grounding has happened. More intentional groundings than I'm used to. I think so. I think Green Bay and Chicago is the oldest rivalry. What is the oldest rivalry in NFL history? And now it's going to be the punt. And yep, Bears and Packers is the oldest. Now here's the punt. And it's going to go all the way to the 15. And he might have some running room. He's going to go to the 30, and he goes to the 35. Chicago has a chance. There is still time. And at best, I mean, it will be a one-possession game if Chicago scores. And I got to go to the bathroom again.
We're making half pineapple, half tiki with barbecue chicken. You put the garlic. Put the pineapple on the whole pizza. Remember, they want half pineapple, and the one is going to be tiki. Tiki tiki with pineapple, garlic, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, and the chicken. And we're going to spread some barbecue on top. It's ready.
Oh my goodness, I missed a lot. How much did I miss? That was a very short commercial break, too.
It was a short commercial break, yeah. You missed a play, basically.
But yeah, Caleb Williams
I wanted to throw to. He ran and got a first down.
Now here's a 1st and 10 for Caleb Williams. And now here's a pass. And that's going to be caught. And now they're in Green Bay Packers territory. Oh, man, you had to remind me, Mousies, did ya? All right, Mousies, I'm going to go wash my hands, man. Thanks for the reminder, Meowsies.
There's still 12 minutes left in this game.
Now it's Caleb Williams to pass. And now here is a big pass. Incomplete. Still 21. Why does the name Adunze sound so familiar?
Ramsey Dunze played for UW.
Oh, that's right.
Michael the next days.
That's right. UW. That's how much I'm not really much of a UW anymore. I'm more of an ex-Husky.
No, UW's good. They get good players.
2nd and 10. In motion. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here is a pass, and that's going to be caught. Now they're inside.
University of Alabama consistently leads with the most players. Most
1st and
NFL
10.
players from Alabama.
1st and 10. And now here is Caleb Williams to pass. Now here is the pass, and that's going to be incomplete.
Ooh, incomplete
2nd
again.
and 10. And by the way, no touchdown has been scored for the Chicago Bears.
No. What's the VMH for?
I wouldn't know. Now we're at 2nd and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams, and he's going to make a short pass. And I don't know how he's going to get out of this. And Caleb Williams going out to block. And that's going to be a 3rd down and about a 3.
Oh, that patch is for their old owner who passed away.
Now it's 3rd and 3. And that's going to be handoff to Swift. And he is going to get in there for the touchdown. And the Bears finally score. And now it is going to be 21-15 with the PAT. It will be 21-16. And now the Bears are back in business.
Wow.
And Meowsies, do you go on Twitch a lot? I also have a YouTube. You can go to that too. That my YouTube channel could use more love than the Twitch. But if you're on Twitch, you're on Twitch. Now it's 21-15. Oh, yeah, you can jump over to YouTube. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I'm going for the extra point. And the kick is up. And it's good. And Chicago is very much back into this game. And now I am going to wash my hands. Senor, tell me how you make a thin crust Sahara pizza.
With your hands. Cornmeal.
Hello, baseball fans. I'm excited to announce that we are still offering 50% off pizza and 25% off bowling Monday and Tuesdays. Head on over to Snoqualmie Sahara Pizza. This deal will go through May.
And that's how you make a Sahara pizza. Beautiful thing.
There's the link for my YouTube channel, Meowsies. All right. So, looks like the game's just a little bit more exciting. Just a little bit, but not saying much. Now it depends what the defense can do for Green Bay. Do you know what I could use right now? I could use another Grossi raid, if you know what I mean. I remember those things, the Grossi raids.
Well, can Jordan Love get a touchdown this time? Because if he just goes back down the field and scores a touchdown, then it keeps him at bay.
I guess.
Even 3 points will keep him at bay.
Now it looks like we are back from the break. Now the kickoff is going on. And Josh Jacob is actually running it out. And he goes to the... Oh, the ball is out! The ball is out. Who gets it? It's a matter of question who gets the ball. They're trying to figure it out. Green Bay gets the ball.
Good.
Why? Oh, I see what you mean.
Do you really want to see the comeback of Chicago?
I don't know.
You really want to see the rematch of Seahawks, Rams, what it sounds like.
I don't. 1st and 10. And now it's going to be handoff to Jacobs, and he's going to go down. Does get a couple yards, though. Holding on the offense. It's going to cost them. Hey, how's it going, Meowsies? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here very much. 1st and 20. Now here is Jordan Love looking to pass. That's going to be caught. He gets out. And other ways to support this channel. First, subscribe to it, hit the like button. And if you really, really want to, there's also an option to donate to this channel. Whether it's $1, $2, or however many you want. That's another way to also help this channel. And now we got Jordan Love, only 33 passing yards in this entire half. And it's 2nd and 11. Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here's the pass. That's going to be caught. And looks like Green Bay Packers offense is now waking up. And interestingly, some NFL players are using the other unique helmets.
They're in field goal range.
They are, indeed.
What's the other helmets? I thought there was just
Now
the helmets
first
with the
and
cap.
10. And it looks like he's going to go down. Even if the Packers score a field goal, it will still be a one-possession game, believe it or not.
You're saying there's 2 types of helmets out there? What's the second type of helmet?
It's like some kind of other helmet. It's like not the not so plastic one. It's like some kind of material I can't even explain. Probably look it up. Second and 9. And now looks like we got a blitz happening. And now here is a pass by Jordan Love, and that's going to be nearly intercepted. Tried to do the one-hand thing, but it just didn't work out. And that's going to be incomplete pass. Going to be 3rd and 9. And Chicago's going to need a big play. They're going to have to try to get a sack on Jordan Love to take them out of field goal range. And someone in Chicago is down. I think Bears fans were looking for like an offensive pass interference or an offensive holding, as he felt that was a pat. And the refs have kind of been off their game today. Is now 21-16. Man in motion. And now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here's a pass that's going to be caught, and that's going to be a first down for Green Bay. I think that is a first down. It's going to be a first down.
Sweet.
No, the thing is, if we're going to play the Rams, I'd rather just play them in the divisional and just get it over with.
But the thing about it is if you play them
First and 10. Now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught. And it's still up on his feet, and he's still up, and that actually could be a touchdown, and that is a touchdown, Green Bay. He was able to break the tackles, and now it is now a 2-possession game for the Green Bay Packers, and their offense has just completely woken up, and now it's 27-16. It could be 28-16.
Yep, he got in.
He was a man in motion, and he was able to pass to him immediately, and he was able to break all those tackles. It was good blocking by Watson, too. Now here's the kick. And they don't get it. So it's still going to be 27-16.
Yeah. Well, the one injury stat going for the Green Bay Packers is the fact that their quarterback is 27, because their last 2 quarterbacks were 27, won Super Bowls.
Was Brett Favre 27?
Yeah.
What?
That's the only thing they have going for him, is that random stat.
So Aaron Rodgers was 27.
Mm-hmm.
No. So Brett Favre was 27. Let's check that.
Yeah. You didn't know about this stat?
No.
Yeah.
They call him the country gunslinger and Buckhead Brett.
Mm-hmm.
Brett Favre was 20. Yeah, he was 27 when he won the Super Bowl. And then Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers was 27 as well.
Hmm. But you know what's really interesting about the stats that go against that? Every time the Seahawks have made the Super Bowl was when they were the number 1 seed.
Okay, so it's a little bit contradictory.
So those two stats almost contradict each other. You know what I mean?
And then they're going to collide.
Yeah, in the divisional round potentially. So one of the stats has to be broken.
Now to think of it, now that you tell me. Wow, didn't even think of it.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got commercial going on.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's Thor.
Yeah.
Did we see? I think we saw Thor Ragnarok together before.
No.
Oh, we didn't.
What's interesting about Thor is that all his movies where his only successful movies financial wise are the movies that he plays Thor in. All the movies he doesn't play Thor in tank at the box office.
That's sad.
Yeah. Chris Hemsworth has like really bad success outside of Thor.
And
he did a Mad Max movie and it tanked so bad.
And he's going to bring it out.
Okay.
And that's going to be to the 24. Chicago's going to have to score quickly if they want to get back into this game. Mm-hmm. It's now 27-16, 6 minutes left. Now it's 1st and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass, and he gets out of the pocket. Now here's the throw, and that's going to be, if that's caught. Oh, looks like it's not. Oh, yeah, it's caught. It's going to be a 1st down, but they got to go quickly because the clock is running, so they got to, actually think about scoring.
Mm-hmm.
1st and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass, and that's going to be caught, and he gets out of bounds. Now it's 2nd and 3. And now here's Caleb Williams to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah. Even though they had a good season in Chicago, their whole legacy, everyone's going to remember them for this bad loss. They lose this game.
Well, yeah. But then more like the season's just going to be completely forgettable anyway.
Incomplete pass.
Now it's going to be 3rd and 3. And now here's Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here's a big pass. That's going to be incomplete. 4th down. And I think you're going to have to go for this. And this could be the game. They have to go for it on 4th down. Now it's 4th and 3. Oh, no, bad snap. And I think that's false starts written all over it. Yep, 52. is the one with the flag.
Do you still go for it?
Yeah. And they are going for it. It's going to be 4th and 8. This actually could be the season for Chicago if they don't score. And now here's Caleb Williams to pass. Might have some time. He's actually running out of time, out of the pocket. Now here's the pass, and that's going to be caught. And he just gets leveled. But now that was Adunze, the former Husky, making the catch. And now it's going to be first down. And now they are in Green Bay territory. That was probably the biggest play of the game so far. A huge pass by Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
Now we're at 1st and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. Now here's another pass. That's going to be incomplete. Just completely off. Now Dunze was the one that was intended for.
It's like every other pass he completes, you know? It's like he does one good pass and the next pass is bad. He does a good pass and he does a bad pass.
I know. 2nd and 10.
Do you think Caleb Williams is a little too emotional?
Yes.
Do you think he's more emotional than Gino?
Yes. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. And now he's trying to run out of the pocket. Now he just has to throw it away. Now it's 3rd and 10.
That's one thing I noticed about Jordan Love. He looks pretty calm.
Usually does, yeah. 3rd and 10. Now here's Williams looking to pass. Has some time. Now it's going to be caught, and he's going to get the first down, and he might actually have a chance. No, he's going to get, and now it's going to be in the red zone. And now if I were them, just score as quickly as you can, and then hopefully the defense can hold. And Caleb Williams had a nice little jump pass.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's 1st and goal. And now here is Caleb Williams. And now he's got it. Now he's got a pass. That's going to be nearly picked off. Second down and goal, they say.
Mm.
It's going to be 2nd and goal. Yep. Second and goal.
He seems shaken
Now
up a little
Caleb
bit.
Williams to pass. Now here's the pass. That's going to be caught for the touchdown. And the Bears put themselves back in the possession, in the one possession game. So now it's going to be to the 22, 27-22. Now it's going to be a matter if they can make it 23, one possession game, and the defense is going to have to hold. And I think looks like they are going for 2? They want to make it a 3-point game, so they're going for the 2-point conversion.
That makes sense.
They at least want to get a field goal opportunity. A 2-point try. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. Now here's the pass. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be a 2-point conversion for Chicago. And now they have brought it to within a one-possession game, brought it to within a field goal. And it looks like there's still hope for the Chicago Bears. And all the cheese grating that's going on. Do you think they got it for sure?
What, Chicago Bears or Green Bay?
Oh,
Because we just
Mr.
saw Green
Whitworth.
Bay easily drive down the field. We saw Green Bay just easily drive down the field last time and score. So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it looked like they don't have a defense, really. Their defense hasn't really stepped up. Yeah.
Well, when you don't have Micah Parsons, I mean, what do you expect?
Well, Green Bay, Green Bay's defense has been playing better than the other team's defense, but they're
Chicago.
both giving up a lot of points. Think about it. This is a high-scoring game.
Well, now it has become a high-scoring game.
Yeah.
And now Santos is going to go for the kickoff. And he's going to go actually all the way. And he's going to bring it out. And that goes into the 20, into the 30, and just the 30.
Mm-hmm. But they're going to be able to waste at least like a minute and a half, 2 minutes. So by the time they get the other team gets the ball back, it's going to be about around the 2-minute warning.
It looks like there's some bickering going on between Green Bay and Chicago. So now it's 27-24. Chicago has to get this critical stop. Green Bay has no timeouts left. Now it's 1st and 10. And man in motion. Now it's going to be a pass. That's going to be caught. He got some blocking, but nothing doing. Can you give me a shout out? I am dying. Can you get 5 big booms? Boom, 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 boom. 2nd and 8. .341 left in this game. Fans are going crazy. Bring in the noise. 2nd and 8. And now Jordan Love is to pass. Now here is the big pass. That's going to be caught. Oh my goodness. The one hand with the adjustment, and he catches it. And that's going to be 1st down for Green Bay. Unbelievable play. Yeah, it was like that one hand, and he adjusted, and then he caught it.
Field goal range.
Yeah, now they're in field goal range, and if at this point, if Green Bay can just hold them to just 3 points, that would be a wild success. So that way, Green Bay can have a chance to win this game. And now it's 1st and 10. Now it's going to go to Jacobs, and they stop him immediately. Actually lost a couple yards on that. They don't necessarily have to call a timeout because they still have a 2-minute warning.
Yeah.
Yep, actually Chicago is burning their timeout. They just wanted to freeze the clock.
Well, why would Green Bay want to call a timeout right now? It would make no sense. Chicago would be the only one that wanted to save time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like I said before, Chicago won't get the ball back until potentially around the 2-minute warning at the earliest. I already knew that.
2nd and 10. And now here is Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here is another pass, and that's going to be caught. It's going to be 1st down. Now, Chicago doesn't have to call a timeout because he just went out of bounds. But now, Green Bay is now grabbing control of this game.
Mm-hmm.
was a nice catch, too.
Mm-hmm.
He had to jump for it as well.
Yeah.
Now we got 27, still 24, 1st and 10. They got to hold them to a field goal at least. And now it's going to go to Jacobs. And he will go down. I still don't think they have to call a timeout. Not at this time.
Who?
Chicago calls another timeout. They just burned another timeout. Woof, woof. Jordan Love has 4 touchdowns tonight. Most by Packers in the postseason. Aaron Rodgers twice. Bart Starr. Even Brett Favre never threw 4 touchdowns in the game.
Wow.
2nd and 10. And Matt Flynn holds the record, I believe, for the most passing yards in single game history for Green Bay. 2nd and 10.
Because if they keep them to a field goal, that'd be a 6-point game.
Yeah, 2nd and 10. Now here is a pass, and that is going to be incomplete. No flags. Now it's going to be 3rd and 10. And if Chicago can get this stop, would be a wild success, but then Chicago will have to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Do you think that was clean, or do you think that should have been PI?
I think they've just been letting him play today. You know,
They really have been. It's been a very penaltyless game.
Yeah, because if you don't call it on one
Hold
side,
on.
you don't call.
Yeah, 3rd
you
and
shouldn't call
10.
it
This
on
is
the-
going to be and timeout by Green Bay.
Yeah, but like I was just saying, it's like if you don't call it on one side, you shouldn't call it on the other side. So it's like it just makes it fair. Mm-hmm. There's been a few false starts. That's been the major thing in this game.
Oh, Sunday NFC Championship will be at 3:30 on Sunday, the 25th. Just a heads up.
Oh, they already announced that? Okay.
Yep.
Okay, so that'd be 3:30 for us. Yep.
Yep. 3rd and 10 now, and this will be very critical for Chicago. If Green Bay converts this first down, the game's pretty much over because all the timeouts are pretty much running out. So they really got to get this stop. And now here is Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here's a pass. And there's a flag. I think it's going to be a false start. Delay of game on the offense.
Ooh.
Now it's 27-24. 3rd and 15. This would be a really big play for Jordan Love if he can get this converted. So that way he can just close down this game, or the defense can stop him and they'll have a chance to win the game. 3rd and 15. And now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. And now here is a big pass, and that's going to be incomplete. And that's going to be 4th down and 15. I don't even know if they're in field goal range, honestly. They might be out of field goal range. Now it's 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the game, and it's going to be up to Caleb Williams for the game-winning drive. This is the Cardiac Bears at its finest, and Brandon McManus is going to go for the field goal. His career-long field goal is 52. And it's going to be a 44-yard field goal attempt. And now here is the spot, the kick, and it is no good. It went the right of the uprights, and now Chicago not only has a good field position, they do have a good field position, and they're only down by 3. Now they don't have to score a touchdown in the worst-case scenario. Oh, my goodness, what just happened? Brandon McManus missed a PAT, and now he misses a very critical field goal. And now Chicago has an excellent opportunity to win this game. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe this. And Brandon McManus is just absolutely upset, and he should be, unfortunately. And now it's 27-24, 1st and 10 on their own 34. And now here's Caleb Williams already getting overwhelmed. He's going to have to run his way out of it, and he's going to go for a pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Not exactly the most accurate passer Caleb Williams is. I mean, let's see how he's doing right now. He is 21 of 43. That is pretty much 21 of 44. That is well below. That is below 50% completion.
Mm-hmm. That's worse than what his average was this year, which was 58. So like I said,
5 scores and 7 chances. And now it's 2nd and 10. This game is completely on the line. Man in motion. And now here's Caleb Williams to pass. Now here it is. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be 1st down Green Bay. Or 1st down Chicago. Now it's 1st and 10. Now, man in motion, getting close to the 2-minute warning. I think they're just going to milk the clock down. Green Bay actually calls a timeout. NFL postseason history, 3 wins by trailing by 15 points in the 4th quarter. Last was the Patriots versus Falcons in the Super Bowl when they were down 28-3 in the Super Bowl. And now it's 1st and 10. And now man in motion.
Let's see if there's
Now
going to be an
it's going to be
interception.
handoff to DeAndre Swift, and he actually gets about 5 or 6 yards. And now it's going to be 2nd down, and now we're at the 2-minute warning.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a really wild game. It didn't get exciting until the 4th quarter, literally.
Yeah.
Taco lovers, this one's for you. Come enjoy tacos auténticos at Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, packed with flavor, made with love, and always fresh. Try our carne asada, al pastor con piña, and more. Topped with cebolla, cilantro, y a squeeze of lime. Pair it with a cold drink and relax at our outdoor seating. Perfecto para disfrutar. Find us at the Snoqualmie Mexican food truck, open daily. Ven con hambre, sal fies. The 2-minute drill is where we're at right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a very exciting game. Finally, it took that long to make it exciting. Looks like Bobby Wagner just retired. At the age of 35. Looks like he signed a 1-day contract to retire as a Seahawk. I mean, Bobby Wagner, he was known for having not only such longevity in his career, but he was a huge part of that Seahawks defense that helped the Seahawks get that Super Bowl. He was paired along with Malcolm Smith and KJ Wright. And he was not a disappointing linebacker one bit. He was probably one of the best linebackers in NFL history. And Bobby Wagner will totally, heavily be missed. Bobby Wagner started his career in 2012 with the Seahawks. In his rookie year, he had a career-high 3 interceptions. And in terms of sacks, he had a total of 39 sacks. Bobby Wagner was one of the best. And he was mostly a durable player, too. And now it's 2nd and 4 as we are back from the break. And man in motion. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. And now he is breaking down from the pocket. Now here's the pass. That's be incomplete. DJ Moore failed to catch it. Now your left tackle is hurt. Not good. That's not good.
Yeah, he's hobbling. 75's hobbling.
Now it's 3rd and 4. Now here's Caleb Williams to pass. That's going to be caught by Swift. And he's going to go into nearly the 20. And now it's 1st and 10. Now, if I were Chicago, I would probably, you would want to kind of just milk the entire clock. You definitely want to score the touchdown. Well, obviously. And now it's 1st and 10. And now here is Caleb Williams looking to pass. Now here is the pass. That's going to be caught. And that's going to be touchdown Chicago. And now they have taken the lead. And now that's going to make it 30-27 with the PAT. That'll be 31-27. And what a way for Chicago to capitalize on the miss by Brandon McManus. But there is still 1:43 left in this game. So Green Bay still has time to score. And they did it in just 68 seconds, believe it or not. They're going to make it 31-27. And now here's the kick. And that's going to go right through the uprights. And that is good on the PAT. And now with 1:43 left, you would think that this is plenty of time for Jordan Love. If you're a Green Bay Packers fan, would you be worried and nervous?
No.
Do you think Chicago scored too quickly?
They might have scored too quickly.
I think they
gave them
did.
too much time.
Give them way too much time.
And plus, Green Bay still has a timeout.
Not two.
So
that was DJ Moore making the catch. Caleb Williams, known for his game-winning drives. No one saw this happen. I mean, I kind of figured it would happen. 21-6.
But the game's not over yet.
I know.
Jordan Love just needs to do his thing, and then all of a sudden get it where the ball needs to go, and all of a sudden this game, they score a touchdown.
1:43 is plenty of time. Largest comeback in postseason history, 7 points 3 times. They did erase an 18-point deficit. Now here's the kickoff. And now he's going to try to come out. And Chicago, they got to try to keep him below the 30. And let's see if they do. And they do. Below the 30. But there is still 1:36 left in this game. So there is still plenty of time for Green Bay to make some kind of a comeback. Now it's 1st and 10. They're going to start at the 28-yard line. Now here's Jordan Love looking to pass, and he's going for a little dump and pass, and they get maybe about 3 yards. And 2nd down. Second and 7. And now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here is the pass, and that's going to be incomplete. Now it's 3rd and 7. 1:08 left. And if Green Bay does not get this, it's over. So it's 3rd and 7. This is the second most critical part of the game where you're on 3rd down. You want to avoid the 4th down. And let's see where we're at. Jordan Love has got Josh Jacobs right next to him. He's got 3 receivers. And now here's Jordan Love looking to pass. Now here's the pass. That's being incomplete. And now it's 4th and 7. And this is very critical. If Green Bay does not get this, effectively the game is over. Jordan Love is now listening for a play call by Matt LaFleur. 4th and 7. And it now comes down to this. 1:05 left. The season is on the line for Green Bay. Green Bay is looking to win this game to have a right to go to Seattle. Chicago's trying to hold on so they can live for another round in the playoffs and to host it as well. 4th and 7. 1:05 left. It comes down to this. Here's Love. Now here is the pass, and that's going to be complete. And that is going to be a 1st down for Green Bay.
Okay, they hold on.
Can Chicago hold on is the big and ultimate question. It was a nice man in motion, which is why it went to number 0, making the catch.
Got out of bounds. They stopped the clock.
That was Golden who made the catch. He's
Golden's
had
their
4
best
receptions
receiver.
for 84 yards and a touchdown. 1 minute left, 1st and 10. And now here's Jordan Love to pass. Now here's a pass that's going to be caught. And he gets pushed out by number 49. And that's going to be 2nd down. 55 seconds left in this game. Still plenty of time for Green Bay to win this game. My gut feeling tells me that Green Bay is going to win this game. They'll find a way. Got 50 yards to go, though. And it's 2nd and 3. What a game, or more like what a quarter it has been. 10 seconds left on the play clock. This game makes me shake. Now here is Jordan Love to pass. He's got some time. Now here is a big pass, and that is incomplete. Right off the hands of number 11. I believe that was Reed who failed to make the catch. And now it's 3rd and 3. Got right off the hands. He was practically wide open. Now it's 3rd and 3. They got to get this, or else you're going to be on that 4th down pressure. They're at the 51-yard line in Chicago territory. Now here's a quick pass, and that's going to be caught by 87. That was Dobbs making the catch. And now we're at 1st down, 1st and 10. 44 seconds left. Now we're at 1st and 10. And now here is Jordan Love looking for the pass. Now here's a pass, and that's going to be caught. And now it's down to the 22 or the 23. Clock is still winding down. And I think Green Bay just called a timeout, and someone is down. They're going to call the 10-second runoff. Ten-second runoff. Now it's 30 seconds. And someone is hurt.
Yeah, it's either 10-second runoff, so now it's 22 seconds.
Yep, pretty much. Now we're at 1st and 10, 22 seconds left. Every second is precious, and the clock is running off. And now here is Jordan Love looking to pass. And now he's going to go towards the end zone, and that is incomplete. And now it's 2nd and 10. And basically, they're just going to have to chuck it to the end zone. 13 seconds left in this game. Now it's 13 seconds left. Second and 10. 9 seconds left on the play clock. You better hurry up. And I think they're going to let it go down to 0. Did I just hear a 10-second runoff again? Well, now it's 13 seconds left. They basically have to go to the end zone. And now it's 2nd and 15. Time is critically running low. Is very low for Green Bay. 13 seconds left. This could be probably one of the last 2 plays of the game. Now here's Jordan Love. He's got time. And now he's just going to throw, and that gets off the hands. Clock is still ticking, and that might just be, no. 2 seconds left. Only 1 play left. Two seconds left in this game. Everything comes down to this. Reset the game clock to 7 seconds. They have 7 seconds left, and this is probably going to be the last play of the game. There's not really much wiggle room at all. And now it comes down to this. They're going to do the Hail Mary. And now here's Jordan Love. He drops the ball. He drops the ball, but now he gets out of the pocket. He can still throw it. And now what is he going to do? He's trying to get someone open. And now here's Jordan Love for the pass, and that is incomplete. And the ball game is over. Chicago came back from a huge deficit. They were able to hold off on Jordan Love. And now, game's over. Chicago now advanced. Green Bay goes home. And what a heroic comeback done by Caleb Williams and the Chicago defense in the second half. Jordan Love and Caleb Williams embracing for a couple seconds. But what a finish this was for Chicago. Green Bay almost had it, but just came up short. And now Green Bay is going home. Chicago is now advancing. Now I'm very curious who is going to play where in the divisional round. So let's wait and see what the schedule says. There's a fan dressed up in a Mike Ditka style. What a game, would you say?
Yeah, it turned out to be better towards the end.
What a heart attack kind of game. Chicago just lives for another day. And they got out of there at the skin of their teeth.
That's 2 games that's been by the skin of the teeth, both teams.
Yeah, and it was nearly picked off too.
Bad hike.
It was a bad snap. That's what it was. That's what killed the momentum of that play.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
So it's over now.
Now I'm just gotta wait and see what the schedule is so I know what to expect for next week.
Okay.
But man, Caleb Williams, despite his awful throwing performance, still came up with a victory where it matters.
I know. He wasn't the best percentage passing that game, no.
Yeah, and let's look at the box score. Jordan Love went 24 of 46, nearly just 50%, just 50% above, 323 yards, 4 touchdowns. And Caleb Williams, 361 yards on 24 of 48. So he actually went 50%, 2 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. Jordan Love had the better game, obviously.
Yeah.
But now, oh my goodness, I cannot believe it. I am just in absolute shock. But I am happy that the game did at least end in a thriller.
Yeah.
But now I'm curious who is playing who next for the next game.
Well, it all depends on the San Francisco Eagles game.
Yeah, but now they can set the schedule of where.
Well, they can't really set the schedule. They just know the 2 home games are.
We're trying to find out. They call them the Cardiac Bears for a reason. Urinating Tree says, congratulations, Matt LaFleur. You earned yourself an exclusive one-way ticket to unemployment line. What an effing choke to a hated rival that will never let you know you live it down. LMAO, Green Bay. Still trying to see what the schedule is looking like. I assume that I guess we're just gonna, I still want to see what the schedule says, if they got anything of update. But we probably won't be able to know until the end of tomorrow with the 49ers game. And I think there's supposed to be one more game as well. The Eagles,
on Monday.
The Eagles 49ers game. And there's so Monday has an AFC game.
Yeah, so that doesn't matter to us.
No, it does not. There's got to be someone else that is. It's going to be Eagles. Yeah, it's going to be the Eagles. The Eagles and 49ers game is all we're waiting for. So we'll have probably some kind of an answer by maybe tomorrow. But I just want to see, like, maybe if the Bears and the Seahawks game, maybe the Bears and Seahawks, since they're 1-2 and they've already set for next week. I wonder if they're going to set the schedule for that. They said that this is the largest comeback win versus Green Bay, and this is the second time they've done it this season. But what a finish. It was a very thrilling.
They're not telling us yet. The official NFL website doesn't tell us yet.
Still waiting.
No, they don't want to put it out yet.
Don't they?
No.
Really seems like all those Bears fans hated going to Soldier Field tonight. Keep the Bears in Chicago, they say.
Well, I got to head out. I'll see you.
Yep. And you got any last minute advice before we go? And they still haven't set the schedule yet.
No. Have fun, watch football and, don't drink, don't smoke, and live life, live life. And, one thing I like to say about life is that, try to achieve something every day.
Try to achieve something every day. Everyone have a good night. Rooftop Sports thanks you for watching this presentation of the National Football League.